Luis Suarez.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
He scores a goal that makes the cup go wild. I just can't get enough. He bites a guy and then everyone calls him a cannibal. I just can't get enough.
Chomp, chomp.
I just can't get enough.
Ow.
On today's Pardon My Take, we have the elite quarterback himself, Joe Flacco. We're going to do Week 5 picks and preview. We have Fyre Fest of the week, and we had an incredible night of sports, playoff baseball, awesome Thursday night football.
Fantasy Lad-bois,
which is very funny. It's all brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. TD Tutty taking it to the house in for 6, whatever you call a touchdown. One thing's for sure, touchdowns matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL, on the ground, in the air, from the special teams or defense. We don't care how they score them. We want to bet on touchdowns, and DraftKings Sportsbook is delivering. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like picking a player to score a touchdown or how many TDs will be in a game. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Ready to do a touchdown dance your own? New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Friday, October 4th. And boys, it is officially the best month of sports because holy shit, was Thursday night awesome. We had playoff baseball drama. We had an incredible Thursday night football game. Kirk Cousins is back.
It's Kirktober. You remember that?
It's Kirktober. I feel like we should start with the playoff baseball just because. Now let's do football. That was an awesome game. I can't believe the Bucs blew it. And Kirk Cousins threw for the most yards in Atlanta Falcons history.
Yeah.
509.
The Falcons have become the Seahawks. Everything that the Seahawks have been for the last 10 years, I feel like it's just utter chaos anytime the Falcons take the field. Their last 4 games have been all insane going down to the end. I do think they play the Seahawks, too, in 2 weeks, which is going to be just a fun game. That'll be a fun game. Kirk is the first player in NFL history with a 450-yard passing game for 3 different teams now.
Wow.
Yeah, with the Commies, the Vikings, and now with the Falcons. And he did the Taylor Swift dance after. The one about swagging and surfing.
Yeah, he did swagging and surfing.
It was nice to see Kirk just for some reason at the start of every game and at the end of every game, Kirk Cousins has been awesome this year.
Yeah, it was it looked like the Bucs had that game. They had that game. All they needed to do was not have they had 2 times where they had that game because they had the fumble. Who was it? Bucky Irving fumbled, where if he just goes down and they get a field goal, maybe it changes it, or get one first down to win the game. Then they have the penalty, the holding penalty, that backs them out of field goal range, where all they needed was a first down. After the Falcons, which I think was correct, go for it on 4th and 15.
Yes,
and
that's why you go for it on 4th and 15.
Yeah, because listen, they didn't get it. But you knew that you needed a stop no matter what, whether it be you punt it and you need a stop, or you go for it on 4th and 15 and you don't get it. You're going to need a stop, at least hold them to a field goal. But yeah, that was an incredible game. The Falcons, the last play, just broken tackles everywhere. Feels like the Bucs just ran out of gas. Their offense stalled out in the second half after an explosive first half. And fuck, man, whenever we get a good Thursday night football game, it's like bonus football.
Yeah, Al Michaels woke up tonight.
Yeah.
Even Al had a good time. So, yeah, that possession that you talked about, when the Bucs got it back, it was after the 4th and 15 play. Maybe Raheem Morris is a secret genius because he had Kirk throw an interception that was basically as good as a really, really shitty punt.
Yeah,
and then
a shanked punt.
Then they got the ball. The Bucs got the ball with 1 minute, 41 seconds left in the 4th. It was on the 28-yard line. And then they somehow backed up out of field goal range. Had to punt it. Punt goes through the end zone because of the field position they got from going for it on 4th and 15. Sometimes it's the right move.
Yeah.
You just say, fuck it. You know what? Let's try to get it. We have a lot of plays in our playbook for 4th and 15.
It was the right move in that situation because, again, if you punt there, you're going to need to stop regardless. And give yourself a chance to maybe get a first down there. They didn't get it, but they still won the game.
We should give some credit to Mike Evans too. Had a 100th touchdown tonight.
He is going to go down. We did this all last year, but to remind everyone, if Mike Evans plays another 4 years at this level, he's going to go down like top 5, 6 in touchdowns and receiving yards. He's just so consistently awesome. Mike Evans deserves all the credit in that respect. But yeah, Kirk Cousins, that last drive, and I'll say this too: the 4th and 15, Kirk Cousins, that was the interception, right?
Yep.
Didn't throw it below in front of the sticks.
That's true. Yeah,
that's it. Like
he didn't check down.
He didn't check down. Like he was like,
learning.
"Fuck it, I need a first down. I need 15 yards. We're not going to check this down." Good job, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk might not agree with the science behind this, but he is evolving.
Yeah. It was, man, what a fun game. I mean, the first half was just an absolute shootout. I don't know what happened to the Bucs offense in the second half because it did just kind of sputter. All they needed was if they had just scored a single touchdown in the second half instead of getting 2 field goals, they win this game in regulation. But
also maybe if Raheem Morris had tried to kick a field goal at the end of the first half.
Yeah, true. It was so fun. That was such a fun game of football.
Yeah, I love
football.
like this.
I love football.
It's the best. It's the best sport in the world.
Yeah. And then we had opposite the football was Pete Alonso being the hero that the Mets have always wanted.
That they always knew was inside him. Thankfully, Mets fans never gave up on Pete.
He was, he strikes out there and he's definitely not a Met next year. And now I feel like you have to give him all the money.
So it's
just based off a home run.
It's very hard to get something trending within the span of one baseball at bat. But double play was trending when Pete Alonso got up to the plate because everybody thought, okay, here comes the season-ending double play from Pete Alonso. Goes oppo with it. He was sitting on a changeup. Also, credit, was it Lindor that had the at-bat before him?
Yeah.
I'll say this about that at-bat.
Lindor led off the inning.
Lindor led off the inning.
And you know what? It was a great piece of hitting.
I mean, Lindor's
he walked.
Wait. Yeah.
Did he walk?
No, but it was a great
he walked.
But it was a great piece of hitting, Max. Learn ball is a great at-bat.
Lindor's awesome. I mean, Lindor's just awesome. And now Max has to be. So the craziest stat, which I still don't believe because I've been playing baseball for fucking ever, that was the first time someone hit a go-ahead home run in the 9th inning of an elimination game.
Yeah.
Or 9th inning or later. Yeah. Isn't that crazy, Max?
Not elimination game.
I thought you guys did.
Not elimination game.
No, I thought it was elimination.
Winner. It's winner take all.
Yeah, whatever. It's an elimination.
Yeah, but no, one team could be eliminated and not have it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about game 6. I'm saying, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, double elimination game.
Yeah. No, it's never happened before. It's a crazy stat. When they said it, we couldn't believe it.
Well, it's basically only a game 3, game 5, or game 7.
Correct.
What was the big moment in the Cubs?
It was Rajay Davis. It was the 8th inning, and they tied it.
Okay.
They tied it.
Because there have
Joe Carter was in game 6.
And there have been...
But that wasn't a winner-take-all.
Right. Well, no, that was game 6.
It can't be
that wouldn't count for the...
Correct.
Yeah. And there have been base hits that have taken a team from losing to winning in the 9th inning of a winner-take-all game that weren't home runs, but never just a dinger.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat. They've been playing baseball for fucking 7,000 years. But I guess they didn't really have... They only played... Isn't that crazy that they used to just have the World Series?
Yeah.
You'd win the pennant.
If you won the pennant, it was a huge deal.
Yeah, you were just in the World Series. But now, the Mets... Team
the
of
Dodgers
Destiny.
would have loved that format.
Yeah, people are mad that we keep calling the Mets Team of Destiny because their payroll is very big. It doesn't Team of Destiny. I know the Tigers are also, they're the AL Team of Destiny. But the Mets, the way they keep winning games is ridiculous. And they just, like Max has been saying it for weeks now, like he'll just see a hit that will get fielded by the shortstop. People like, that would have gone through for the Mets.
Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff that's going through his head now.
The Oh My God song, too.
Yeah.
They've got their own song that their own player made.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good vibes for the Mets.
I
It's
think
very,
Pitbull's coming out with a remix.
is he really? It's very hard to get America to root for the Mets. Really, any team from New York, it's tough to get, like, coast to coast. Okay, this is a fun team behind them. But yeah, Max, I feel like most neutral observers are going to be like, these Mets are fun. Are you afraid?
No, people aren't rooting for
I don't
the
give a shit
Mets.
about that.
You afraid?
That what people think, I don't care.
And I also
not
don't
about
think,
that. I'm
I don't
asking
think
if
there's
you're-
ever a team people can root for from New York, like outside of New York.
I'm saying that people are
Detroit
going to look at
for the Mets.
in this series. I think people are going to look at the Mets and be like, "That's a fun team."
I guess, but it's not. I guess, yeah.
So, but you're afraid because they're playing great baseball right now.
The Phillies are better than the Mets at every aspect of the game. They have a better lineup. They have a better starting pitching.
Here we
and they have
go.
a better bullpen. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But they're just the team right now.
I know.
The Phillies have been that team in the past, and it ran out of juice. So I'm just hoping that the day off tomorrow kills the juice.
Oh. What happens if the Mets wake up on Saturday and the juice is still there?
Then it's trouble. I think it's going to go 5. I think it's going to go 5, and with my track record, I probably
You're going to fly to New York, stream
Game
it,
5 with
Meek Phil
and Frank in my face, and it's just going to be another
Probably gonna
screenshot
freak
that
out.
It's going to be another screenshot that'll live on forever.
Yeah.
Frank's going to tell you 9 times the Mets have lost already, and
They're
they're going to win.
suck, and I'm going to keep telling him to
There's
shut
going to
up.
be multiple moments where, like, you and Frank are doing the same thing, and we can be like, yeah, early onset Fleming.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to go 5.
Should we get you some glasses?
The Phillies are going to go up 2-1. I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to be like, okay, we're going to win this. It's all good. We're going to get past the Mets. We're going to be up in Game 4, and then then the Mets are going to have a heroic comeback in Game 4, and then Game 5 they're just going to smoke us, and it's going to be it'll be like 4-0 Mets in Game 5. That's how it's going to go.
Wow.
I hope that
Memes.
doesn't happen to you.
Memes, you're a Mets fan. How you feeling?
I'm fired up.
Yeah?
I was freaking out.
You're gonna take down Maxie?
I don't know. We already agreed to watch in separate rooms.
Oh, what? I don't
That's
agree.
not
I don't agree.
Now, is that to preserve the relationship?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We can't
Sunday, we're going to be streaming all day Sunday. You guys have to watch it in the same room. What's going on?
He leaned up to the mic to say something.
All right, wait, hold on. I have a question. Who is this more for you, Max, or for Memes? I feel like it might be more for Max because Memes is low key, like, would get physical.
I don't think it would ever get physical.
No, it wouldn't get physical. I just don't want it
might.
to be awkward and uncomfortable, and I don't want to.
What do you?
Like
where?
memes.
I think we just yell at each other.
Yeah, it's
Very
one
loud.
thing like Hank's a piece of shit. I deal with Hank, and then I know he's a piece of shit, and I can walk away being like, "There's a piece of shit." Memes is like we sit next to each other, and we work together, and we're kind of like partners back here.
Oh no! But the tension would be great.
Sounds like it'd be a great viewing experience.
Sounds like it's something that people want
You
to
guys
see.
are content producers, right? Thinking about good content to produce.
Oh, that's a good point, Hank.
Yeah,
You shouldn't have said this on the air.
Yeah, like okay, think about it. Think about it if it weren't
cut this.
if it weren't you two, okay? If it was 2 other people on this podcast and they were exactly like you guys, you would probably want those clips, right?
correct. Say if PFT and I were playing an NFC Championship game, we're like, we love each other.
No, but me and Big
Or
Cat,
if you
no,
guys
no,
were playing in
Big
the
Cat,
NCAA
you know what?
tournament.
He went to the game. He had to go to a wedding, you idiot. You know about weddings. Dum-dum.
Big Cat, if you and I were playing against each other in the NFC, we'd probably watch it in separate rooms and not really have any cameras on to preserve our relationship.
No,
right?
yeah.
That would be an acceptable
No one would
answer.
ever, people wouldn't needle us the whole time, and it wouldn't be the most stressful thing of our lives. It wouldn't be like going back to Rajay Davis when the Cubs won the World Series and Dave showed up to Game 7 in a full
but
Cleveland
that doesn't
Indians
count
uniform.
because you know that he doesn't actually.
Yeah,
care.
but still.
That like I deal with that stuff. And that for some reason, Hank,
I think
don't
we
mind
should
it.
put it up
Something
to a
about
vote.
Hank?
I think we should ask the listeners if they would like to
Well, we're
see
gonna- memes aren't gonna
Max
cut
and
this.
memes.
Yeah, they can cut it. We will have no idea.
Real quick, do an ad in the middle
We'll
of the
have
segment. that we
literally
can't
no
cut.
idea. If you can hear this, they didn't cut it. Help us.
We'll give you Sunday. Sunday.
So I'm all asking for Sunday. I'm
Deal.
not
Sunday.
asking for Tuesday or Wednesday.
Sunday's a deal.
We have a
Tuesday.
what?
I want Tuesday.
You want Tuesday? All right, Hank wants
All right,
Tuesday.
fine. Saturday, fine. Sunday,
Game
Tuesday.
one's fine.
I have a question, Max.
Yep.
When are you going to put on the Phillies overalls that you got?
You
that's
have
not a game
to.
One. That's not game one.
You
Okay,
said it was
all
a
right,
must
that's
win.
fair.
Wait,
That's
fact
fair.
or fiction? You said it was a must win,
But it's not game one. It's not game one.
but it's a must win.
Correct.
But it's not important enough to put. It sounds like it's not a must win then.
It's not game one.
Are you gonna watch it at a bar or at home?
It's a good question. A bar is tough because it's college football Saturday. Because like no bar is going to be like giving the baseball game any.
I bet
prime.
Hank knows some bars that don't play college football.
That's a good one.
A really shitty bar with like
That's funny.
a bartender wears suspenders and makes a
that's
drink that you're
probably
absolutely going to hate.
My best case scenario is finding like a
all
bar
right.
that no one wants to go to.
Yes.
All right, so
Saturday.
Saturday you guys are fine to watch apart.
Yeah,
Sunday we're going to be streaming. I'd like
that's
to.
fine.
You guys can sit on opposite sides of the
Okay,
room.
yeah, that's good. That's good.
And then
Tuesday
Tuesday,
we'll do this couch.
Tuesday we can do this couch. We'll just do clips.
Not the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to record after.
Okay, but not the couch.
Oh, Maxie, are you afraid of getting bing bonged, Maxie?
I always get bing bong.
No, it's literally
the
just
couch,
that.
then
It's the Villanova game that we watched with Shane Gillis
Right.
here that has him like.
Why wouldn't we watch in the key?
This room has him bothered.
I mean, I don't win in any room. There's no good room. Every room ends in disaster for me, and it always ends in like
What?
the
Oh,
most.
should we watch outside?
We don't have it. Where's somewhere?
PFT's roof.
Yeah, we can watch on my roof.
That's outside. There's no room.
Max is not allowed inside. Max an outside cat.
Oh,
just like lay a little tray of snacks out for him, a saucer of milk. Put him.
I
up
will
to a
say
TV.
Saturday morning's gonna come. I'm gonna be like Phil's in 3.
yeah. Of course. You're scared right now. The Mets are playing. Baseball is the craziest sport where it's just like if you're hot at the right time, you can just ride it. I mean, last year we saw it with the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. We do have the other 3 series, the Padres. It's not a sweep. You can't say it's a sweep.
I guess it's a 2-game sweep, right?
Yeah, but would you say 2 games are a sweep? You have to win.
I think
at
you have
least
to. If it's
3.
a series, I think if it's a series and the other team doesn't win,
I just think they won the series.
do we see any fans that brought brooms to the game?
I'm not sure. I don't feel comfortable calling winning 2 games a sweep.
I think you just have to say a 2-game sweep.
Yeah. So the Padres made quick work of the Braves. Hank and I have futures on the Padres. We're rooting for the Padres. We're all on
Pods.
board. Pods, baby.
Wait, when did you guys get Padres futures?
I did mine late.
A month and a half ago.
Dumb. He's had his for a while.
Fuck, I wish I knew that you guys still had.
I literally did it the worst time.
I
so.
cashed. I got my Padres future in like I want to say mid-August.
And you cashed
And I
out.
cashed it out to put
Oh,
on
no.
Travis Hunter for Heisman, which, by the way, is a great bet because he's an awesome.
Travis Hunter, if we haven't mentioned, I don't know if you've heard us say it before, but
haven't.
Travis Hunter they have a bye week this week, so people are probably going to forget it.
I'm not going to forget.
We're
about
not
it.
going to forget
because
Travis
I'm going to
Hunter
be thinking
is
about
the Heisman Trophy
I'm going to be
winner.
watching the Padres play baseball,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be like, you know what, that future I cashed out on. I'm actually happy that I did because
yeah.
I invested it. I made
Yeah.
money. Now I'm rolling that over. Invest in Travis Hunter. He's not getting injured this weekend.
No, he's his bye week.
He's getting healthier.
The Padres play the Dodgers. The Tigers, which are that's the other great story in these playoffs. I mean, what is it, like 0.2% chance to make the playoffs in August? And any team that beats the Astros gets a special place in everyone's heart.
I haven't forgotten.
No.
A lot of people have forgotten.
No.
Not me. I'm not going to forgive.
Never
not going to forget because they ducked out. They lucked out during the COVID year.
Correct.
Where they didn't have fans there to give them shit. But yeah, the Tigers, they're among the lowest payrolls in baseball, which
Yes.
is crazy. They're the youngest team in Major League
Let's
Baseball.
look up payrolls.
And also, let's look up how much younger the Tigers are than every other team.
Yeah, and then we had so it's the AL Central and the Yankees in the AL playoffs now because the Royals beat the Orioles. Who the Orioles? Listen, you got to score more than 1 run in 2 games.
I'd like to retract what I said about maybe America finding the Mets fun to root for, just looking at their payroll.
Yeah, That's where I draw the line. It's like they're not fun to root for, but you have to. They undoubtedly have Team of Destiny vibes, and I don't think payroll matters for Team of Destiny.
Memes also already said like a lot of the guys who are playing are not big money guys.
Correct.
Like their top players are pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. Right. All right. So go scroll down. Scroll down. This is actually awesome. So the Royals are the 20th payroll. The Guardians are the 23rd payroll, and the Tigers are the 26th. That's awesome. So the entire AL Central still alive in the playoffs. Everyone who made it from the AL Central, and now they got to take down the Yankees. And Yankees fans are cocky right now.
We got to look up and see how much money we owe Gary Sinise's foundation for Paul Skeens.
Yes, I think it's a decent amount.
I think it's a lot.
A lot of.
Memes? We looked this up.
Memes just said that Josh Hader, who blew the game for the Astros, makes more money than the entire payroll of
the Tigers. I love
That's
those.
wild.
I love those. By the way, did you guys see that? That sounded like a Ravel tweet. Did you guys see he has a guy?
Yeah.
So Ravel has a guy who monitors the internet for him at all times.
And he sends
And
him emails of like, hey, here's stuff that people are talking about on Twitter.
Emails are interesting stuff. Text is something that you should attend to pretty quickly. And then there's a agreement that if a phone call happens, it's something like Woj retiring, he says.
Something, or that's the biggest thing. Yeah.
Imagine being Ravel's guy.
I would love to see examples of times where his guy has emailed him something and Ravel's like, this should have been a text.
Yeah. You know this.
Yeah, wait, the guy that caught Shohei Ohtani's 45th home run this year was escorted out by security.
That's a call.
That you have to call me
That's
about
a call. That's absolutely a call. What a night of sports, though. What a night of sport. October's the best.
Do you think his guy?
And we started. What is it? Memes. Today is the first day. We have 57 days in a row of football.
55.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're truly living in the best times, boys.
It is the best. So don't take it for granted. Just remember where we were back in June, in July. We would have sucked a dick for one football game.
And now we have football and
now
playoff
all our holes are
baseball.
filled. Do you think Ravel's guy calls him on the morning of November 22nd and is like, hey, just quick reminder, you have to put JFK's brains on the timeline.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And MLK Day gets a, hey, here's all your memorabilia.
No, MLK, you have to go to his house. The guy has to go to his door, knock on his door, and be like, hey, remember, today is the day that you prove how unracist you are.
Yeah. Many.
You ever do Mount Rushmore of Months?
Yeah, I think we did.
That's what I was just trying
October's
to look up.
great.
October's 1-1. Okay,
It's,
Mr. Fucking
October.
Summer Boy. October is 1-1.
October's so good.
October has everything.
I've become more of an October boy.
What about June?
I've always been an October boy. About what? June can fucking take a hike compared to October.
I kind of stand with Donnie on Jaloon. The month that he made up, it goes from June 15th to July 15th.
And there's also all four sports.
All four sports. The weather is perfect. It's just the best. Halloween, the funnest holiday. Halloween is the funnest holiday. What? You don't think so?
I'm a Thanksgiving guy myself.
I mean, I like
Patrick's
Thanksgiving
Day.
more than Halloween.
Yeah.
In terms of funnest, though.
Actually, I shouldn't say that.
What did you say? St. Patrick's Day?
I was going to say Memorial Day, but then I was like,
That's the funnest holiday?
That's the funnest holiday.
Memorial Day weekend's the best weekend of the year. Hank?
No.
Start of the summer?
I like July 4th.
So wait.
But July 4th is like summer's almost over.
No, it's not.
Memorial Day weekend is the Friday night.
I hate
of the
people
summer.
like
All
you,
right,
Max,
let's
that
do
say
quick
the 4th
Mount
of July is
Rushmore.
the
We
end
each
of
get
summer.
3 picks.
Huh?
We each get 3 picks. Quick
What
Mount
were you saying?
Rushmore.
I said I hate people like you, Max, that say that the 4th of July is the start of the end of summer.
Yeah.
No, that's me. That's how.
Yeah,
what I
hit the
believe.
fast
It's-
forward.
It's
All right, you ready?
disrespectful.
Mount Rushmore months. I'll take October first. We'll go round snake draft 3 picks each.
Well, I'm going to lose because I'm
All right,
picking
you go
last.
second. No, you get the snake. You
Then
get the
Hank's
snake.
going to lose.
Watch me.
Okay.
Okay.
October.
I'm going to go September.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I will go. I will go June.
I will take July. And May.
Okay.
I will take March.
Shit. I love March. March is my favorite.
June and July both off the calendar, huh?
Still one summer month, it seems.
I'm going to take November.
That's what I would have taken. All right, I'll
It's
take
on my list. Fuck.
I'll take December, holidays, just getting drunk. Fuck, what's left? Do I go August or is April still there?
April's on the board. The Masters. Hello, friends.
Yeah, March Madness, weather turns. I'll take April.
I'm taking August.
It's fine. It's too hot.
January or February, the last two, right?
Yeah. It's an easy pick. It's easy
February.
pick. Yes.
February.
It's shorter. It doesn't feel as bad.
No, I think February's last.
February is definitely
But you get
last.
the Super
January, you
Bowl.
get the playoffs every single weekend. Like every weekend of January is fun because you got meaningful, important playoff football games.
You don't mean
I
that.
disagree
No, I
because there's
agree.
one month of the year that people agree to go sober, and that's January.
Facts.
That was
Nope.
what
Good job,
went
Max.
into my head when I
No,
picked
sometimes
February
sometimes
over
they do
How
sober
many
October.
fucking years have you gone sober in January?
He didn't say he did it.
I didn't say
No
yeah.
one has. Like everyone agrees.
Wrong.
No one.
Wrong.
No one does that.
A lot of people
A
do
lot
that.
of people do that.
All right, so
and you also get President's Day weekend
yeah.
in February.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can go skiing. You
Okay.
can go,
All right, so recap memes. Have Shane
Also,
make a
funnest
graphic.
holiday is January 1st.
N-
College football playoffs, NFL playoffs.
No.
January.
January 1st is one of the most depressing days of the year.
New Year's-
Besides football, it is.
New
Yeah,
Year's
but
Eve
football.
stinks. I think New Year's Eve is a terrible holiday.
Yeah,
But
you
New
go
Year's-
out-
Here's
you're
what you do
old.
on New Year's Eve. No, even when I was younger
He
than you,
dropped
Hank.
the old.
Hank, you're old. When you go out to a bar on New Year's Eve, what you do is you pay $100 to go to the crowdest bar that you've ever been in your life. Then you have to wait about 45 minutes to get a beer. And then the beer's really small, and then you have to go to the back of the line, try to find the bathroom, then get back in line and go back to the bar and wait for another 30 minutes. It's a bad holiday.
What were your picks? So Shane's got to make the graphic.
I had.
Well, I mean, we got fucked. You guys got the first two picks, and we got the last two picks.
I actually think I bottled my first pick, so I gave you guys.
You did with September.
Yeah, it's bottling.
September's.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
September.
like you have to go back to
that
school.
that was a mid round.
It's kind of like in the middle of like.
But football's back.
Yeah, but it's kind of in the
Yeah.
middle of like, is it hot? Is it cold?
I got
Those random
July,
days.
May, January.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's why we couldn't do. That's why the draft is going to be lopsided because there's only three. We only could do three each.
Yeah,
Not a true
right.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
We'll still make a graphic.
Yeah. What was yours?
I did June, March, February.
Ugh.
That's tough.
February's bad when January was
What was
on the
yours?
board. I had I had September, November, and August.
I like November.
Ugh.
November's good, dude. Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
rocks.
I had
love Thanksgiving.
October, December, April. December's a fun month because no one
You
gives
won.
a fuck.
October,
You
December,
easily
April.
won.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at these.
It's not a Mount Rushmore.
It was
There's a little
good.
bonus for
It,
the
and it
listeners
was
right
all,
now
it was
out of
all-
nowhere.
It was also a fun Mount Rushmore bonus of having PFT have the whole calendar except October and just going September. And we all were like, "What?"
Honestly, the real reason I picked it is because I had a great September.
There's literally a song that says "Wake Me Up When September Ends."
It's true.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're gonna base all of our takes on Billy Joe lyrics.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
definitely. Okay, anything else?
We also have a great song by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Ba-da-ya.
Do we have anything else? That was just a fun night of sports. I'm buzzing off sports. You guys feel the same way?
October's very own.
What? What'd you say?
October's very own.
October's very own?
Do you know what that is?
No.
Drake.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
we don't.
We don't
We're
We don't
Kendrick, we're
observe.
Kendrick guys over here.
I know, but you
you're
picked
not
October.
You,
You picked
you're,
October.
You're not like us. That's a fact.
But you picked October.
Wah, 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 wah. I'm gonna fuck him up.
All right, let's kick it to ourselves for a preview.
Certified pedophile.
Okay, before we get to our weekend preview, Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Football season is here, and we can't wait to get out to some games this fall with the help of Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Game Time now. With their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Looking for maybe Steelers, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football, double Renegade possibly. Hank, what do we got?
We got tickets for as cheap as $176.
Ooh, okay.
like that.
So go right now to
Road
Game
Double
Time.
D.
Yeah, there we go. Put it
fuck.
on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? If you're listening to this, you're thinking about going to the Steelers, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football, go right now and buy those tickets on Game Time. Download the Game Time app today. Use code PMT to easily score great deals with the new Game Time Picks. What time is it? Game Time. We're also brought to you by our wonderful favorite sponsor, Chevy. Chevy, there's a reason we've never done a Mt Rushmore of pickup trucks, and that's because, for pardon my take, there's only one pickup truck, the Chevy Silverado. Why is that? Silverado's a partner you can depend on. We've all spent time driving, using the Silverado for all kinds of pardon my take jobs, adventures, and other shenanigans. Silverado has been our ride for a cross-country trip to the Super Bowl. Silverado helped us dig the biggest hole ever in the state of Ohio last year at Grit Week. Silverado helped us give fullbacks the recognition they deserve with the Low Man Award. And this year, Silverado was out west with us with our latest Grit Week. Silverado brings the grit to legendary grit paired with modern truck tech inside and out. Massive screens, up to 8 cameras with 14 different views to help make driving, towing, and parking all easier. We love the bold, blacked-out look at the new Silverado HD Trail Boss. So head on over to Chevy.com and build your own Silverado to Silverado HD and check out all the current offers on Silverado. Discover a world of strength and capability all behind the wheel of our favorite truck, the Chevy Silverado. Okay, boys, week 5. We have bye weeks.
London.
Bye weeks are here. London is here. I'm going to say right now it's not my favorite slate in the fact that there are some tough games to pick. But I do love the setup that we have a morning game in London. We have 6 games in the first slate, 4 games in the second slate, and a Sunday Night Football. That is perfect amount of football watching where you can actually watch every game and not just be like, 8-9 games at noon and we're just everywhere and don't know what's going on. I love how this day tapers out.
It's a good mix for sure. Yeah, I hate it when there's all the games in the early slate and then we just get 3 and then 2 of them are stinkers in the afternoon. I think it's set up for a good day of football. I like the England game the first time it happens because it's something different. It's something new, and you get breakfast in football, which is wonderful. Are we going to get the simulcast with like the Toy Story animated characters?
I don't think so.
Shit like that.
I don't think
you remember when they had like animated Booger?
Yeah.
In the booth, discussing the game. That was awesome. This is going to be fun though because I think the Vikings are undefeated in London, right?
So we have Jets at Vikings, and the Vikings are 3-0.
3-0 there. Both teams did the stupid thing, and they're traveling on Thursday, practicing on Friday. They should have gone early in the week, but time zones, remember.
Vikings are going further.
Vikings are going a little bit further, and they're going 1 hour further, too.
Yeah.
So this is the ultimate East Coast game for the Vikings, who haven't been to England since the year 1065.
Yeah, Vikings, by the way, have only been trailing this season for 3 minutes and 26 seconds. That's pretty crazy. That was also the crazy part is that was week 1 against the Giants when they're down 3-0. So they have been dominating everyone. I feel like this might be where you have to try to start fading them. Now, the Jets have a lot going on. We have Cadence Gate. Memes is back. I'd like Memes to maybe address Cadence Gate because after the game on Sunday, Aaron Rodgers said we'll just have to go, maybe it's on them. Salah then said, what was his exact quote? He said, I think he said there's no problem and there's no
cadence issue.
Yeah. There's no cadence issue, which means there's definitely a cadence issue. Memes. There's a cadence issue with the Jets right now.
I don't think there's a cadence issue.
What do you mean?
There's just not one. That's just how he plays.
What about their false starts, though?
This is just an outlier from the first 4 weeks because the first 3 were fine. now week 4 with problem.
Here's Salah's exact quote. He sounds like Danny Boy Kane right now. There is no cadence issue. There never was a cadence issue. It was created.
At no time did I get attacked by a cadence.
If I got attacked by a cadence, I'd be hightailing out of here like Carl Lewis. And also, just on the record, Aaron Rodgers never had swine flu.
We don't know that. He's been immunized.
Yeah, that's true. Memes. This reminds me when you have Aaron Rodgers saying one thing, Robert Salah saying the other. Kind of reminds me of a little trip to Egypt.
No.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to stop by the British Museum and see all the Egyptian artifacts that he didn't get to see while he was in Cairo?
Yeah.
I think
during minicamp?
He'll probably go on a little fact-finding tour, figure out what's going on with Princess Kate, too.
Do you think they could have probably figured out the cadence during minicamp?
That might be an issue they could have worked on together.
Yeah, so memes, this cadence issue, it's an issue. Or are you saying that what Salah said, there is no cadence issue, there never was a cadence issue, it was created. Is that Salah talking, or is that one of your many Florios maybe taking it out of context, even though he was very clear saying there's no cadence issue, there never was a cadence issue?
No, that's clearly Bob.
That's Bob?
That's Bob.
You're out on Bob. I've noticed now that you're not calling him Robert.
Yeah, I'm out on Bob.
Bob Salah?
No. Now the question is Rodgers out on Bob?
No, they're still good.
I think it's week to week.
There was a video after the Patriots game where they hugged immediately, but they never put that out.
There's where the Florios come in.
Because Jets PR, they should have put that out immediately, but instead they just waited to put in the YouTube episode of One Jets Drive and just never put it out online.
They didn't show the hug. The very dishonest media not telling the full picture about that.
No, you got to get that out, clip it, put it out immediately, be like they love each other.
Yeah.
Look at this hug.
They clearly love each other.
So, memes, let me ask you this, though. Aaron Rodgers' knee, is that an issue?
That I believe that's an issue.
That is an issue.
He's got a swollen knee, and I don't think that a long plane ride helps with swollen knees.
Let me ask you another question, memes. So Devontae Adams, obviously in the news, wants to be traded. A lot of teams have said, I saw the Chiefs are obviously in the market, but they're not going to probably do it in division. There was the Steelers. The Cowboys came out and said they're not interested. Thank you, Cowboys. No one asked you.
Well, they don't have any money left over.
Yeah, but that was very Jerry Jones to be like, hey, we're not interested. We didn't fucking ask.
It'd be very funny, though, if Jerry Jones, just a week after saying, like, we wanted Derrick Henry but couldn't get him because we're poor.
Yeah.
Then he's like, yeah, you know what? A big name wide receiver, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Saints, dark horse, Devontae Adams, Derek Carr, Fresno State. And then you have the Jets where everyone thinks he will eventually end up. Is there a possibility, memes, that Devontae Adams, trading for Devontae Adams is kind of like having a kid to save the marriage? Just add another guy.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. Just add another guy and we'll be fine.
This will make Aaron happy. This finishes off Aaron's wish list.
This will change my wandering eye to other coaches if I have Devontae Adams. Just get me Devontae Adams and I swear to God I'll never bring up cadence again.
And if you get Devontae Adams, you could get yourself Aaron Rodgers for a couple more years.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Because he'll be happy.
He'll be happy.
What about Robert Salah?
He won't have many years.
Okay.
Memes, do
he
you want Aaron Rodgers for another 4 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Quarterback
Seen
purgatory
enough.
is just the worst.
He's off to his worst start in his career.
We had a tough schedule.
Okay.
That's true.
Tough schedule. All right. So how are you feeling about this game?
I'm nervous. The Vikings are the best team in the NFL. Sam Darnold, potential revenge game, even though we already had it one time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bounce back. There won't be any rain. And the Jets normally...
There won't be any. There won't be any rain.
No, not on Sunday morning.
It's in London, England.
Well, the game's not on Sunday morning.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Sunday morning here.
Okay, but the game's not. We're here. The game's in London. Excuse me.
Sunday afternoon in London. There won't be rain.
Are we sure?
Positive.
So the thing about that stadium, it's at Tottenham Stadium, right?
I'm going to look it up right now.
It's at the Hotspur Stadium, and the way that thing is set up, they've got an opening in the roof above the field. So all the fans, you don't get rained on if you're a fan, but the field will get slick. This is the same field that last year, I think the Bills said it was like playing on fucking cement. I think that's the direct quote.
It was not good.
So what they do is the NFL, we know the NFL first and foremost, protected shield. they care about player safety.
100%.
That's paramount to them. So when they send teams over to England to play on grass soccer fields, what they do is they have them remove the grass soccer field and install field turf. So they're going to be playing on a slick stadium maybe, or a slick field.
Okay, chance of precipitation on Sunday at Tottenham Stadium is 50%. That feels like it could be rain.
Could be rain, but 50% chance. It's just 50% of the area.
True. Good point, memes.
Only half the field will get rained on.
Good point, memes.
Half the area.
Half the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just gotta hope our area doesn't get wet.
I think what really all cadence, rain, Salah, Devontae Adams, all that aside, I think the thing that's scary is to you and should be is that the Vikings defense is a fucking monster unit right now, and Brian Flores has them playing incredible ball, and you have a quarterback who has a gimpy leg.
He has a gimpy leg, but he is a 20-year veteran, so he might be able to find the holes and where to exploit the defense.
When you said that you've played a tough schedule, where did the Broncos at home fall in that one?
Good question, PFT. And also the Patriots at home while you're talking about it.
The Broncos were number 2 hardest. I'll stick
Broncos defense is good.
Yeah, they are.
very good.
They're the only team that blitzes more than the Vikings, I think.
And that didn't go well.
No, it did not.
Cadence.
Patriots were humming off two games. They won one, went to overtime with the Seahawks.
They were humming.
Seahawks
Yeah,
very
I would
good. They were
agree.
humming.
That was a humming Patriots that you faced.
The Titans, Will Levis, most electric player in sports.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So you played the Titans, the Patriots, the Broncos.
Yeah, when
Gauntlet.
So it's
he
a tough
says
schedule.
tough schedule, he's meaning they've started the season with the 49ers.
Yeah.
And Robert Salah and Nathaniel Hackett are your coaches, so that's just tough in general too.
I just so I'm in a tough spot with the Vikings because I do believe the Vikings are very good. Also, memes, can you do me a favor and find on Grit Week we did our NFL futures, and I believe I picked the Vikings over 6.5, and Max laughed in my face. Can you
100%? Yep.
Can you find that video
This
for
is
me?
wrong. I picked the Vikings under 6.5,
And then
you
I laughed in my face. Okay.
Oh.
You laughed in my face.
So can we find that video real quick? I just want to watch that. You can just find it and we'll put it up. But anyway, I believe in the Vikings. I think they're a very good team. I just in the back of my head, I'm like, at some point they'll have a stinker, and I don't want to be involved when they do.
Yeah, you don't want to miss on
And
that.
I don't know if it's this week because this does feel like it's the Vikings have been underdogs. They've been underdogs, I think, 3 out of the 4 games. They've won outright, obviously 3 out of 4, or they've won all their games. They're now favorites. The Jets look like shit's going on. Old quarterback, tough knee. Everything says Vikings. That's why I might take the Jets.
So I kind of agree with that, where it's the Vikings off a big win against the Packers. They dominated the first half, but Grenard said that they're actually, in film study, they're treating this as a loss.
Oh, I love that.
They're just pretending that they lost last week to the Packers because the second half was so bad.
I love that.
So I like that too. But I do agree that if you're just looking at trends and the Jets, after losing that 10-9 game at home to the Broncos, they can't look any worse than they
Right.
did last week. Everybody has a fresh memory of how bad the Jets were. Everyone has a fresh memory of how good the Vikings were.
Right.
This seems like the right time to flip it on everybody.
Yeah. So that's what you got going for you right now, memes. The flip.
Yeah, and historically with Bob Salah teams, lose to the Broncos in a horrible fashion, one of the worst games of all time.
Yeah.
Beat the best team in the NFL next week.
The best team in the NFL. Are you crowning the Vikings?
Yes.
Chiefs not.
No.
Oh, okay. The 3 Super Bowls wasn't enough?
No, that was last year.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair.
So
Okay.
this is a crazy stat I came across. So when Darnold is targeting Justin Jefferson under the blitz, when they blitz Darnold, he's 9 for 9, 227 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and a perfect passer rating.
Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the league, and it's not close.
I agree.
I know that not close is a stupid thing to say. He has scored in every single game this year. He is so goddamn good that it's to me it's not close right now.
Thought experiment. If Tyreek Hill was on the Vikings and Justin Jefferson was getting passes thrown to him by Snoop Huntley, do you think we might be saying the same thing about Tyreek Hill?
No, I think Justin Jefferson would still be scoring somehow.
Okay.
He's that good. He's that goddamn good. What were you gonna say, memes?
I just sent the video.
Oh, Oh, just play it on here. I'd like to watch it. Can I trust tree real quick? Because we're not right pretty much ever. I may have watched our Baker Mayfield Sam Darnold clip like 100 times.
It's so good to see, right?
It's so good
Fucking
to see.
nailed it.
The fact that it's those two guys and they're having this year, it was just I need to stop because it's kind of fucking my head up where I'm like, do I know ball?
So this is actually the perfect case of the Jets versus the Vikings. We're high on ourselves because of our Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield take. So now is the exact time you should fade us.
Correct.
Because we're reading our own press clippings, which are also reported by ourselves.
Yeah, which you shouldn't do. All right, so here's the clip of Max, Dum Max, saying that the Vikings were going to go under 6.5.
You literally just said about how wrong you are.
Oh, you said under 6.5.
Yes.
Where there's no audio.
I know. I'm getting to the part.
Oh,
I know
okay.
the part.
Look at us. We're looking
Good chest
great.
bumps, boys.
Yeah, we look great out there. Grit Week's the best. I want to do Grit Week again soon. Maybe like next August.
We got nice tans, too.
Yeah. Eagles under 10.5. Good job, PFT. Oh, no, wait. I don't know what my pick was.
I think I flipped mine.
This is a problem. I don't know what my pick was. Here we go.
They're unhappy with the coach already. Nothing's going to work out in DC. Nothing's going to work out in DC. Nothing's going to work out in DC. Nothing's going to work out in DC for the Eagles when we beat their ass. All right, my pick for the under. Don't clip that. Indianapolis Colts. Reasoning,
Oh, okay.
I actually think the AFC South is going to be pretty good this year. Jaguars bounce back.
Oh.
Titans maybe sneaky.
Yeah, sneaky.
Under 8.5 wins for the Colts. My pick's going to be the Seahawks, 7.5. I don't think.
Oh, hey.
You say under?
Under.
Under
Yeah,
7.
all these picks suck.
The Eagles is pretty
Sean,
good.
Sean.
6.5 wins. I think the division's going to be real. That's their line? Yeah. I love that over. Okay, I'm going to take the Vikings under 6.5 wins. I think the division's going to be really tough. They're going to have a rookie quarterback. I think it's going to be a
rookie
rebuilding
quarterback.
process. Vikings aren't going to be there. Under 6.5 for the Vikings.
You didn't count on Sam Darnold.
I didn't. Well, Sam Darnold wasn't going to start.
So that was hit or miss for
Yeah, I
us.
mean, all of us had bad picks.
Listen, the Colts.
Yeah,
Well, look, the
yeah,
Colts
mine's
started
pretty
0-2. The Colts started 0-2. If we had played this 2 weeks ago, I would look like a genius. Actually, Hank's under 7.5 for Seahawks. Yeah,
That's a bad pick.
yeah, that's all right. We're bad. Okay, let's go to the next game. Ravens at Bengals. This one, I believe we can all agree, even though all of our teams are playing, that one should be middle sound.
Yes, I love this one. So
Yes.
we always forget to remind ourselves that Lamar Jackson really good against the NFC. We should also remind ourselves Lamar Jackson 8-1 against the Bengals.
Yes, he kind of owns the Bengals. Did you guys see the thought starter that was floating around the internet this week, which I thought was very interesting, that Derrick Henry might be the last running back to go into the Hall of Fame, which was like, whoa, is that true? And then I started looking at it, and it could be true.
No, it's not true.
Okay, so different thought. So we'll say that's not true. Here's a different one that I want to throw out there. Derrick Henry is 18 yards away from 10,000 yards. Mm-hmm. He could be the last running back we see get 10,000 yards, which is crazy.
Lamar
Lamar is actually probably going to do it, but the list, Zeke is 1,000 yards away. I don't know if Zeke has that much left.
I wouldn't say that Zeke's a Hall of Famer.
No, this is to get 10,000 yards.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb is at 6,500 yards. Obviously, a bunch of injuries. He'd probably have to play 3 or 4 more years at peak Nick Chubb. And then it goes to like Kamara, who's getting up there in age. Christian McCaffrey, the Walls might have him retired. Saquon. Like, how many more years is Saquon going to play?
4.
So if he plays 4 years, and what is he? He hasn't gone over 1,005 yards.
He's at 56.50 right now.
So he'd have to go over 1,000 yards for those 4 years. Like, it's kind of crazy to see. The only answer that I'm looking at when I'm looking at all of these is possibly Jonathan Taylor, because he's halfway there. He's only 25 years old. If he just stays like a bell cow for another 5 years, he could get there. But it's nuts to look at and realize that Derrick Henry, when he gets to 10,000 yards, he'll be 32nd all time, and we might not see a lot of 10,000 yards guys, ever again.
What about Bijan?
Bijan doesn't get enough runs.
I know. Give Bijan the opportunity to get in the Hall of Fame.
The other crazy thing about Derrick Henry is he's 18 yards away from 10,000 yards. This is all just, we should respect Derrick Henry more because it might be it's the last of a dying breed. He's 18 yards away from 10,000. He's 5 touchdowns away from 100. If he gets 10,000 yards and 100 touchdowns, he'll only be the 9th guy ever in history to do it as a running back. And all the other 8 guys are in the Hall of Fame. So he's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame if he hits that. Barry Sanders finished with 99 touchdowns. Sean Alexander finished with 9,500 yards.
I'm gonna call my shot. Next running back after Henry into the Hall of Fame, Genty.
Okay.
From Boise State.
You're going to go that far?
I'm going to go that far.
Okay.
He's that good.
I like that.
But no, I don't think he's going to be the last running back. He benefited definitely from being in those Titans offenses for years, which the game plan was just let Derrick Henry eat.
Yeah.
And let him cook the entire time.
And you know what's the craziest part about Derrick Henry? His first 2 years in the league weren't like Derrick Henry. You know, his first year in the league in 2016, he had 490 yards. And his second year, he had 744 yards. So, like, if they had started using him then, it's crazy, though. He's still so fast. It feels like the Ravens have figured out, like, hey, we're not going to run the Titans offense. We're not going to run him, 35 times a game, but we can run him in an effective way. And this game comes down to me, the Bengals defense is an atrocity right now. A lot of it due to injury. Trey Hendrickson might be out again, or he got injured. He might be out. Their defensive line is a mash unit right now. They're going to get guys back eventually, but I just feel like the Ravens are going to be able to run the ball down their throat. Joe Burrow is going to be in this game because the offense is not a concern, but I think it's just a bad time to have to play the Ravens. The Ravens also are, according to Aaron Schatz, our friend, recurring guest, they are the second best team, 2-2 team of all time.
Okay.
So 2-2 teams, obviously, they're basically way better than their record says they are.
But that's kind of what we said even when they were 0-2.
Yeah, of course.
I look
but
at
the
the
stats
Ravens,
back it up.
I looked at the Ravens right now as being a 2-0 team.
Yeah.
Their season started week 3.
Are the Bengals one of the best 1-3 teams of all
I think
time?
they might be, in the top 5%.
I don't know if they would be because their defense is probably dinging them pretty bad. It's pretty much that the Ravens have, like, statistically won all 4 of their games, but they lost 2 of them. Now, did you see Jason Kelsey said that stats are numbers, numbers are nerds, nerds are for losers.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good way of explaining the entire equation.
Yeah, he dumbed it down. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, Raheem Morris dumbed it down when he just said stats are for losers, but this shows us the steps in that equation to get there. Yeah, a number has never won a Super Bowl.
No.
Think about it that way.
I want to take the Bengals because of the spot and desperation and all of that. I'm nervous that their defense is just going to get rolled over.
Their run defense, it's 31st in the league in run-stop win rate. I don't know what that stat actually means, but that tells me that their defense can't stop the run, and that's what the Ravens want to do. Also, we should appreciate Kyle Van Noy more. Kyle Van Noy, he
still
is
out there.
AFC Defensive Player of the Month.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, right?
AWL, too.
AWL.
I saw him at the Super Bowl.
6 sacks.
He's like, keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be a great game. I'm very excited for this game. I also think I'm going to throw something out there. You guys ready for this? Let's go on DraftKings real quick. I'm going to look it up. This one might be crazy, but I'm just going to say it, and you guys can decide if I'm stupid, if this is an idiotic thing to suggest. But right now, where is he? I'm looking for him. Joe Burrow 22-1 to win MVP.
That's kind of wild. He did have that locked-in look this week. He was all business at the press conference.
They would probably have to.
That's a donation.
They would. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, forget I said anything.
In my opinion,
If
you guys can tell me.
If the Bengals make the playoffs, it would probably be because Joe had his best season.
They probably would have to win the AFC North. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is they would probably have to win the AFC North. So you're right in that, Hank, that it would be a donation unless they win the AFC North. But I think they're off it. Like, he's going to, if their defense stays as bad as it is, he's going to have to play a style of football that is going to put up crazy numbers.
They've got a couple hopes in this game. One is the fact that, well, they are 1-3, but the Ravens, they're 2-2, so they're only one game away from them.
Yeah, they're obviously 2 games back from the Steelers.
Yes, this would be a big win for the Bengals. Joe looked locked in, and also if Lamar gets his hands on Skyline Chili before the game, like, that butt is not holding up.
No, definitely not.
I give it like a quarter.
Joe Burrow so far is 978 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Pretty damn good to start. Pretty damn good to start.
So they have 67 points in the last 2 games, the Bengals do. And they've got 36 plays gaining 10 yards or more, which is the most a Bengals team has had in any 2-game stretch since Super Bowl season.
Starting to see it, Hank.
Yeah.
I guess it's so. The thing that I'm struggling with is I think the Ravens are going to win this game. If you think the Bengals are going to win this game, you should take 22-1 right now because it will go down if they win this game, right? Like if the Bengals win this game and they're now 2-3 and they beat the Ravens, I would imagine Joe Burrow's MVP odds on DraftKings would be like 15-1.
Yeah, they go up quite a bit.
Right. So that would be the play.
I'm going to call it must win for the Bengals.
Must win for the Bengals. Can't lose?
Can't lose for the Ravens.
Can't lose for the Ravens. What are you going to say?
PFT, I was just looking at MVP odds. Did you take Jaden Daniels when I sent that the other day?
No, I did not.
It's gone. It was at 65-1. Now it's 25.
I hate this whenever Max tries to just shoehorn in great Jaden Daniels stats in this podcast.
I mean, all I tried to do is just tell you to take the bet.
Max, enough about Jaden. We know you love Jaden. We know you think about him all the time, and you watch all his highlights, and then you say crazy stuff about him when the microphones are off. And I'm sick of it, Max, from you.
I mean, that's such a jump.
He's
That
sick
was
of it.
after,
I'm
that
sick
was
of it.
after the game.
I don't like hearing all these Jaden stats.
All right, sick of it.
I don't like thinking about the Super Bowls with Jaden.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right, well, let's talk about that game, Browns and Commanders. PFT, I was thinking this was an easy bet on the Commanders, but something breaking news recently has made me switch my opinion.
Is it the picture of Jaden Daniels that he did with Mike Vick?
It is not.
Because for me, I saw the jersey exchange. It was Jaden and Mike Vick signed each other's jerseys, held them up smiling. That makes me think that Swagger from Cleveland is going to have something to say about this game.
No.
He's not going to like that.
Here's what made me change my opinion. Mad Dog, your producer for Macrodosing, tweeted out an hour ago, "Whoever stole my buffalo chicken wrap from the Chicago HQ fridge, I hope your football teams all lose this weekend and none of your bets hit." Now, Mad Dog is a Browns fan.
She is, but she doesn't. This iteration of the Browns doesn't really do it for her. I'll put it that way.
She is a Browns fan, though.
Yeah.
We have found the culprit. The culprit is intern Jacob, who is a Commanders fan.
I disavow.
That's tough. The
disavow.
fact that they're playing each other and she said that,
Well, he has to take Browns money line.
that's nuts that just happened.
I'm gonna
to have a theft in the office like that, which is savage behavior, and then have the teams, she's wishing that person's teams lose all their games, and it so happens that her team is going up against his team, which is your team. That's bad vibes.
I don't like it. I'm going to make Jacob bet the Browns money line because she said, I hope all your bets lose.
Yeah.
So the only way to combat this is to
Good
hope
point.
that he misses that one.
Good point.
I disavow Jacob. Mad Dog, I will buy you sandwiches for the rest of the week.
No, I've already given my ruling. Jacob's buying her lunch all week next week.
Okay,
Also,
that's fine.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was including Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, she's getting lunch all next week from Jacob.
That makes me feel bad. Also, if we're taking the logic that we had with the Vikings and the Jets, this would be the time to bet on the Browns, right?
Yeah.
Because the Commanders can't look any better than they have.
And the hook
The Browns
is just
can't
sitting
look any
there.
worse. Yeah.
I think the Commanders win this game, but I think there's a chance the Browns might muck it up. The Commanders have played not great defenses. The Browns are a better than a not great defense. Nick Chubb is back. I don't know if you like the Browns are the worst vibe team in the NFL right now. Nick Chubb seems like an awesome dude. When he came back to practice, everyone was pumped.
But he's not going to play this weekend, right?
No,
they
but
have
just
a
being
3-week window to activate him off the pup.
Being back at practice, though, like everyone's like, "What's up, 2-4? Oh, here comes Nick Chubb." That's got to help. The Browns are such a bad vibes team. This tweet from Greg Rosenthal, I copied it because I was just like, "Holy shit." The Browns are spending more cash in 2024 than any team in the NFL. They're the league's second oldest team, and they are dead last in total DVOA because of their number 32 ranked offense. That is as most money, oldest, dead last.
Yeah, especially when you consider that their defense should be good.
Yeah.
To be total DVOA in last place it's terrible. It's very bad.
Their offense is last in DVOA, which brings their whole rating down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what's crazy is their defense is good enough where you think that no matter how bad that offense is, they'd still be, like middle of the pack or so overall. They've been very, very tough to watch. And you know how a couple weeks ago, I think it was after the Bucs game, I said I get defensive of the Commanders like they're my baby, where I can call them ugly, but then I get offended when other people say like, "Oh, your baby's ugly." You're not allowed to say that. I've actually kind of reached the other end of it, where now you've got people going so far over the top praising the Commanders that I'm like, it's kind of weird how much you love my baby. Chill out, dude.
Yeah.
So Damian Woody this week already proclaimed Jaden Daniels to be the best quarterback in the NFC.
Yeah.
It's chill out, man.
Chill out.
Chill out. I get to think that. I don't get to say it out loud yet, but just know
Well,
that
you've said it out loud.
I'm thinking it. I've actually said worse than that
way
off the
worse.
air. But
and you said you would only trade him for Patrick Mahomes on the air, so that would mean that everyone in the NFC he's better than.
no, that's for like future.
Yeah, but he's better than.
That's
The
that's
only
taking-
quarterback you trade him for is an AFC
But that's
quarterback.
taking into account the entire future.
Got
like
it.
right now, including the salary that we pay him.
But you'd understand the
window.
deductive reasoning there.
I do understand the deductive reasoning. However, I'm going to save. If we win this weekend, I'm going to say some reckless shit.
Okay.
I'm going to say some
off.
very reckless stuff. But it does feel like the time when the Commanders are at their highest, the Browns are at their lowest. So I am nervous going into this weekend.
Can I throw out one other thing? And this is, I think it's different now because he's just the OC and not the head coach. But we did have a narrative the last few years where we would always just bet on Cliff Kingsbury in September and then start fading him.
Yep, after October, he's not. He has a
Everyone
very bad
figures
record.
him out.
Very
Yeah.
bad record. I don't know if that's going to be the case.
I don't
this
think
year,
it
'cause,
is.
As a coordinator, he's a guy that should just be a coordinator for life and be like the best coordinator.
Agreed.
And he, for whatever reason, he develops great relationships with whoever his quarterback is. They love him. I'm partly saying this just so that no other team tries to hire him as a head coach.
Yeah.
Which some other team will definitely try to do at some point.
100%.
But yeah, I'm not confident going into this weekend, but I am excited because my days are better when I get to watch Jaden.
Yes. All right, next game. Colts at Jaguars. This week in Doug Peterson saying quotes that he doesn't realize are terrible to say out loud, that we all look at him and like, huh? He said on Wednesday, I have not lost the locker room.
When you have to say that,
Yeah. So a reporter asked, and he said, I would know. I talk to those guys every day. I see them every day, and no, I have not lost the locker room.
I know exactly where that locker room is.
And there are guys in there that I talk to all the time. So I yeah.
can't have lost him.
Right.
It's
you see me wandering the halls, then you know I've lost the locker room.
maybe he's lost the front office.
Well, no, he and Shad Khan have great football conversations before and after every game this year.
That's great. So he's micromanaging you.
Yeah. Can I say something? I think even though we have Joe Flacco coming up and I love Joe Flacco, I think this might be the get-right spot for the Jaguars.
So here's a fun stat. The Colts have not won a road game against the Jaguars since when? Any guesses? How long? How many years has it been?
8 years.
Longer. 2014.
Whoa.
They have not won in Jacksonville since 2014. Also, Tom Coughlin this weekend is getting inducted into the Jags Ring of Fame.
Oh, I love that.
Which that provides a big boost for the Jaguars. They're going to
Huge.
show up early for the game. Also, why the fuck isn't Tom Coughlin already in the Jaguars Ring of Fame?
I don't know.
He should have been in there years ago.
Yeah, they might have just opened it.
That's true.
Yeah, it feels like they just opened it. I also think for this game specifically, in terms of slump busters for Trevor Lawrence, Gus Bradley is the perfect one because Gus Bradley is he is probably the poster child of right place, right time. He was with the Seahawks as their defensive coordinator right at the start of the Legion of Boom when all those guys got drafted, then used that to get a head coaching job. Then he's been, was terrible as a head coach, and now he's been around everywhere. But like those defenses with that talent, everyone's like, damn, this guy can coach. Famously, Jalen Ramsey said Gus Bradley never changes anything. Week 1, the plays that we're calling are the same as week 17. We don't change anything. We don't adjust. We just run our defense. The Jaguars in the last 4 years have scored 24, 27, 31, 37 against Gus Bradley's defense. I think this is where Trevor Lawrence is like, hey, I know what they're going to do. I'm just going to get right.
Gus Bradley does not have a great record in Jacksonville either.
Yeah.
Overall as a coach.
Correct. So as much as I love Joe Flacco, again, I'm rooting for Joe. I probably won't bet this game, but if I had to gun in my head, I think I would go with the Jaguars.
So I like the Jaguars too just because that's 10 years. The Colts haven't won there in 10 years.
Last defeated team as well.
Yes, that's true.
The last defeated team.
I like the Jags this weekend, although I do think that Doug is going to be gone during the season.
Yeah.
I think he might be a midseason firing.
Every single quote, he's basically writing the book for quotes that you don't want to hear from a head coach, where he's like, yeah, we've had productive talks with the owner.
No speeches.
No more speeches. No rah-rah. That's a weird question that you'd ask about my seat being warm.
Yeah.
I haven't lost the locker room.
I haven't lost the locker room. We can call the plays, but the players ultimately have to go out there and execute them.
I would love to just hand like a blind resume to Doug Peterson of these quotes he said in the last 3 weeks. And he probably would look at it and say, whoa, that coach is in trouble.
That guy's fired.
He's like, Doug, that's you.
That guy's fired.
That's you, buddy.
That's some Marvin Harrison, or not Marvin Lewis-ass conversation that he had right before he went out.
Yeah.
I think this is the weekend for the Jaguars. Love the Jaguars this weekend, even though I don't think that they're as bad as their record says. I think that Trevor Lawrence played good enough last week where I can be like, I can see the vision there. I can see it happening.
He missed those. That one miss was so bad, though.
Yeah, that's true. He also had a drop in the end zone.
Yeah. He dropped one?
No, it's his player.
His player.
So I remember back, it was Justin Fields' rookie season, I think, which was also Trevor Lawrence's, right?
Correct.
I said I would take Justin Fields' career over Trevor Lawrence. Mm-hmm. Am I low-key right about that?
Jury's out because technically right now, I mean, Justin Field being on his second team would say that Trevor Lawrence, he just got paid a shitload of money.
Yeah.
He did get paid a lot of money.
Yeah, in terms of money.
Yeah. Like if you're talking about actual career, not just football career, but like his, how much money you get paid, it's definitely Trevor Lawrence right now because he's the only one who got the new contract.
I'll say this. I'm not as wrong as many thought that I was.
would agree with that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right.
And I take that as a win. That's almost better than being right.
Yeah, it is funny looking back right now at the 2021 draft. Obviously, these guys still got to play a lot, but the 2021 draft, you ready for this? Trevor Lawrence, 1. Zach Wilson, 2. Trey Lance, 3. Kyle Pitts, 4. And then you get a great list of guys: Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith, and then Justin Fields and Mac Jones at 15. There are so many good players like Micah Parsons, Rashawn Slater in between Justin Fields and Mac Jones.
Yeah.
It's basically just the quarterbacks, man. Bad year to have to pick a quarterback.
Yeah, and you thought that it was a great year, too, at the time.
Yeah.
Hank, do you think this makes it more or less likely that Bill Belichick coaches in Jacksonville if they're putting Tom Coughlin in the Ring of Fame?
Less likely.
I agree.
Less likely, yeah.
He doesn't want to look up at that name all the time.
All right, Bills-Texans, another great game. Very excited for this game. How much weight are we putting behind the H-Town blue uniforms?
A pretty significant amount, I think.
I don't know if I love the helmets. Have you seen them?
I don't know the helmets.
So these are the first time the Texans have ever worn them. They're debuting their H-Town blues. Here it is, PFT, H-Town blues.
That's kind of nice.
They're nice, but I don't know. I've just been staring at these uniforms for the last 3 days. This is the extent of the analysis we do on this show.
Those are the exact uniforms that look awesome if you win, and they look like dog shit if you lose.
I just don't know if I like the script H. Are you looking at them, Hank?
I'm trying to find them.
Just search H-Town blues. I don't know.
What would happen if they just came out wearing the Oilers uniforms?
That would be sick.
Just unannounced.
I bet them. I do actually think the Bills are going to win this game.
So
they're not blue.
They are blue. They look black, but they're
H-Town
blue. They're H-Town blue. They're H-Town blue.
I don't like these. I thought they were going to be like the old school blue.
Yeah. Do you think Stephon Diggs is the one guy, if you're like, he's got a revenge game that you don't want to bet on his team? Because he's going to be like, CJ Stroud, you better throw it to me 25 times today.
I was thinking their offense is just going to be get the ball to Stephon Diggs as much as possible.
Yeah, and he's going to be really pissed. The Bills. So I think it's going to be a great game. Both these teams, I feel like, are deep playoff run teams. But the Bills' run defense got gashed against the Ravens. Josh Allen did not have a good game. I think they get a bounce back. And the Bills' pass defense has been good. And that's what the Texans want to do. So I think I lean the Bills.
Yeah, I think I like the Bills too. I think they're going to be able to run the ball also.
Yeah.
I think Joe Brady's just going to lean into Cook and just be like, okay, we're going to take what we give you. I think CJ is that game the game last week that he had against Jacksonville in the second half, the comeback, that told me, okay, let's remember CJ Stroud.
And Nico Collins.
Just remember CJ Stroud. He's still very, very good.
CJ Stroud, Nico Collins is a deadly, deadly combo. Is that the best quarterback wide receiver
Sam
combo?
Darnold, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson. I forgot Sam Darnold, Justin. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, that might
Joe
happen
Burrow.
too.
Yeah, Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase is going to be they're lighting it up. Okay. Next game, Panthers at Bears. This is the next 5 games are going to tell the story of the Bears season. I'm gonna Hank, so you can hold me to this because I know that you love twisting the knife when I go on the roller coaster. The Bears' next 5 games, if they go 4-1, it's Yoffs. If they go 3-2, it's maybe Yoffs, but probably not. But I'm right in that middle. Anything worse than 3-2, it's on to next year. Okay?
Fair.
Hold myself to it. This is the start of the soft part of the schedule where they have to win because then they have a gauntlet to end the season. So they play the Panthers this week, Jaguars, Commanders going to be a tough game, Cardinals, Patriots. That's the next 5 games.
I think you got 3 wins in there.
Have to win 3. Don't win 3, it's on to next year because then we start playing. We play all the division games, 6 of them, and then the only non-division games are the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Also, you got a chance for a double win in this game. So if you beat the Panthers, then the second round pick that you get from the Panthers in the draft this year, it gets better.
Just like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do love that Andy Dalton is like getting to, it's like one of those situations where it's like, oh, I wish that I could like be at my own funeral so I could see all the nice things people say about me. I feel like Andy Dalton's like retiring while still playing because some of his quotes are like looking back. He said this week that he didn't like the Red Rifle nickname, but he grew to like it as years passed. Feel a little bad about that.
The Red Rifle is a good nickname.
He didn't like it. What? So he's like talking about it. It's almost like he's doing his retirement speeches like in the media week to week.
He's having an exit interview with the media.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't like it. I'm starting to grow on it. He also said that the Bears are actually one of the 3 teams. So the 3 teams that he has not beaten in the NFL, he played for all 3. The Bears, the Cowboys, and the Panthers. He's never beaten those 3 teams.
How many times has he played the Bears?
He's played the Bears twice.
Okay.
Lost
all right, so
twice.
he probably wants to win this one just to have that
revenge
as
game.
well. Revenge game against the Bears. Although I feel like the Bears didn't like treat him badly.
No.
It's not like this is the Mike Lennon situation.
Yeah, no, he knew he was getting into. It was Andy Dalton, Nick Foles, Mitch, a little this, a little that, carousel.
Yeah, do you think DeAndre Swift is fixed?
We got to keep being mean to him. So no.
Okay, not fixed yet.
Not fixed yet. But yeah, must win. Must win for the Bears.
Carolina's run defense is one of the worst in the NFL. So
Yeah.
that's why I ask about DeAndre Swift. Because I feel like if you get DeAndre Swift from last week, then things go a lot better for you.
I think I saw that Shai Tuttle, their nose tackle, might be back, which I just wanted to say his name because his name is awesome.
Yeah,
Shai
Tuttle's
Tuttle.
good.
But yeah, must win for the Bears. I'm not going to waver on that. If on Sunday night the Bears lose and we do this show, I'm going to be very upset and be like, you just blew a great opportunity to get above 500.
I think you have this. I think that we're all in love from the Panthers looking not as bad as they did look.
Yeah. Yeah, which was, yeah. They basically did the, what's the movie where the girl is like a nerd and then
She's all that.
She takes off the glasses.
Yeah.
That's what the Panthers did with Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton's so artistic.
Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries?
The Taming of the Shrew.
Who was that? Anne Hathaway? I always liked Anne Hathaway.
I hated her.
Really? Why?
But then I started to like her when I saw her wearing a Danny Woodhead jersey.
She did?
Yeah, she's a big Danny Woodhead fan.
Shout out Danny Woodhead. He qualified for the 4-ball?
Oh, really?
Did
Is
he?
that what is that?
I know he is always trying to play in the
US
Open qualifiers and stuff. He's gotten close.
He qualified, I believe, for the 4-ball in New Jersey.
The 4-ball at what?
Golf. I think it's like a I don't know what he did.
The 4-ball tournament?
It's like
It's
a
like the
4-ball USGA thing. I don't know. Go to his. Yeah, there it is. Ticket punched. So thankful we're able to get through to the USGA 4-ball where we will play in Jersey. Can't wait to go back to where we lived 2 years to complete. Thank God allowed Willie and I to pull through. Thanks to Paul and Kobe for looping.
Love that.
Yeah.
Let's go, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, Anne Hathaway. I just thought she was annoying.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought she was very annoying.
That's fine.
We all have those people.
Yeah. Why do you have that tweet up, Max?
Meme sent me. That was just the last
What
thing
tweet?
memes.
What's the tweet?
That was from the
Maybe
Takies.
a PNV.
That's
Takies.
from
Yeah,
the Takies.
It
Takies.
was a PNV tweet.
Yeah, well,
from the
what
Takies.
did you- it's fine.
All right, next game. Dolphins at Patriots. Oh my God, this game stinks.
More Snoop, baby.
Hank, this is gross. David Andrews, you already had a bad offensive line. David Andrews out for the season. Sucks.
I feel like he might be done too.
Yeah.
It might be done.
Legend.
What do you,
Great career.
I mean, this
Great
game, Hank,
Hope it's not.
Jalen Phillips also out. What's
the record for punts?
You calling it?
We have no offensive line. We didn't have one before. Now we lost like the captain of our team and offensive line center.
So it's a 35. Is it still 35.5 points for the over-under?
I believe so. The Dolphins haven't won a road game straight up with a backup quarterback since Matt Moore in 2016, and they've had a lot of chances.
Yikes.
Their backup quarterbacks that have started in that span are Skylar Thompson, Teddy Bridgewater, Jacoby Brissett, Josh Rosen, Brock Osweiler, Matt Moore, and Tyler Huntley. They've had a lot of backups. Mike McDaniel also looks like he is depressed.
He looks like a scientist in a movie that stayed up until 3 a.m. for the last 3 nights trying to find an equation that just a chemistry reaction that just won't happen for him.
Can I also say that I've been laughing a little bit about the memes that have been going around about Mike McDaniel and Tua? Have you guys seen some of them?
No.
There was one where it looked like a Make-A-Wish thing where they were doing a wheelchair out to a kid in a football uniform to like take a snap in a game, and it was like Mike McDaniel bringing out Tua.
Please do this
because he can't play Tyler
Please
Huntley
get out
anymore.
there for me.
Or Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
Poor taste, everyone who's doing that, but send me any of those that you see.
So it's tied with the Raiders Broncos for being the lowest over-under of the year. I feel like it's going to go way under 35.5.
9-3.
This is a tough game.
The only thing is Huntley might be able to run with the ball on broken plays because the Patriots defense not always great against that.
Would you be excited if they all of a sudden were like Drake May?
No.
Okay.
You don't want to see Drake.
It doesn't matter who our quarterback is. They're going to have no time to throw.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the injury risk is obviously high.
Right. But do you want to see him get his feet wet?
No.
Okay.
Are you going to watch this game?
If it's on in the game link.
There's only 6 games.
Okay, so unfortunately, yeah, I will.
It will be on a big TV.
Give me what's your reaction going to be if you win? You're
I'll
going to
be
be excited.
pumped, yeah, because we work with the Dolphins fan, Nicky Smokes, who's so annoying, and it'll be great to rub it in his face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think what I'm gonna do for this game is I'm gonna flip a coin right before the game, and I'm just gonna bet it, whichever side it goes.
I'm gonna bet the over, and
I love
it's never
that.
gonna be close.
I love that.
I might do
that with you. Fuck it.
You know what I might do?
It will be over in the first quarter.
I might do the live unders as they keep getting lower and lower.
Yeah, when it's like 17 and a half.
See how low I can go with it by the fourth quarter.
Hey, let's bet this over.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's so low. All you
What's
need
the
is
path to get there?
Pick 6.
Even still.
Return for a touchdown, pick 6, a regular touchdown,
Safety.
3 field goals, and another touchdown. Shit.
See, I feel like you need 2 defensive scores in this game.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It can happen.
Maybe we just bet that. Okay. Raiders Broncos afternoon slate. No Devontae Adams. He has obviously said he was gonna. The news broke this week. He's open to a trade. It's also very interesting because how his contract works is I think you can basically cut him for free after this year, and if you trade for him every single week, he gets paid close to $1 million. I think it's like $900,000. So it kind of makes sense for a team that wants to trade for him to wait a couple weeks because this is just the Raiders are paying it. If you trade for him in 3 weeks, you save $3 million. The price is going down for what you have to pay for him.
Would you trade Devontae Adams in the division?
No.
Would you trade him to the Chiefs?
No.
But counterpoint, the Raiders are probably, 3 years out from contending?
I still think you can't do it.
And by the time those 3 years goes by,
If it
Devontae's
was
35.
If it was the best offer,
Yeah, the best offer. Let's just say they offer
Yes.
a second-round pick. Everybody else is offering like a third and a fifth.
yeah, I think you'd have to. Maybe a first rounder.
First
would
rounder-
never do that, but
Yeah.
you'd have to do it.
You'd have to listen to him. I'll tell you this, Al Davis would never do this.
Never.
But if you just blow him away with an offer, I feel like you have to listen to him. Antonio Pierce is under a show cause now. That ruling just came down. So from college football.
Oh, from Arizona State.
From Arizona State. Allegedly, he took a recruit's parents out to a strip club. Is that
Love
wrong?
that.
Is that wrong?
No, that's vibes.
Why are you not allowed to do that? I'm assuming they're above the age of 18.
Yeah.
I think physically they have to be.
Correct.
So it's just guys being dudes. What's wrong with that?
No problem.
Is there
here.
a difference between taking them out for lunch and then going to a place that has lunch and also entertainment?
No.
I don't think there is either.
No.
I think that's fucked up.
I think I hate this game because I feel like the Broncos are going to win, but they're going to win by 2.
I like the Raiders. So they're 8-0 against Denver in Las Vegas.
Yes. They're playing in Denver.
Yes, they're 8-0 against Denver since they left Oakland. Sorry, since they became the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, since
'Cause
they-
but that's in both places. They've won 8 straight against the Broncos.
Correct.
I think they've won 10 out of 11 as well.
Yeah, since they
kinda own them.
relocated. They own them right now. But the Broncos looked so shitty last week.
But their defense, man, their defense is good. And I think, like, when you have Devontae Adams out and then you have a lockdown cornerback, one of the best in the league, Patrick Surtain, now going up against their second option, everything gets easier. I just don't know how you move the ball against this Broncos defense. If you want to say, hey, how do the Broncos move the ball, period, that's a fair counterpoint.
Yep.
But I think the Broncos defense is going to win this game.
Do we have Max back? Is Crosby playing
I
this
believe
weekend?
he's going to try to play.
I like that. I also know Denver blitzes a shitload. Gardner Minshew pretty good against the blitz.
Yeah. So this is another game that's tough. There's a tough week. Tough week. As our good friend Ben Mintz says, no bet. The line makers made it right.
Sometimes the best bet is not making a bet.
Yeah. All right. Cardinals at 49ers. You want to? I actually don't know if this is a you want to feel old, but T.O.'s son was signed to the practice squad of the 49ers this week.
Yeah, I feel old.
I don't know. T.O.'s kind of old.
Yeah, but T.O.'s also a guy that I feel like could play football still.
Yeah. Tariq Owens is signed to the practice squad.
They're getting all the sons, huh?
Yeah, they got them all. I kind of want to take the Cardinals.
So Brock Purdy is 3-0 against Arizona. Arizona's lost 4 straight to the Niners.
All right, here's a stat for you. I got 2 stats for you. Teams to lose by 17 plus points versus teams who won by a 17-point margin the previous week are 60% in the last 20 years. Teams to lose by 28 plus points the previous week and are dogs of 4 plus points in their next game are 62%.
So this might line up with our theory that the Cardinals are just saving all their good plays for divisional opponents.
I'm just saying it's the overreact game. Just come back in the middle. Just come right back in the middle. That was from Bet Labs.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr., he was good in divisional games, so that might be their formula. It's like, let's save this guy and only go to him in the games that really, really matter.
Really, really matter.
And this one really, really matters.
Yeah. But the 49ers offense has been really good. Fred Warner has an ankle.
He's got 2.
Yep. But he has an ankle.
He's got an ankle. Christian McCaffrey not back this week.
He has 2 Achilles.
Well, he's got one that's worse than the other.
Yeah.
But he does have 2 Achilles.
His 2 legs that we don't know if they. Can we see a video of him walking?
Is he at the game? Is he going to this game?
That would be funny if the 49ers were like,
Game
hey.
in Germany?
No. The 49ers were like, hey, we wanted Christian McCaffrey on his birthday to come out and see the flyover, and it was just Jimmy Carter. It's like, this is what he looks like now.
Jimmy, he might actually be dead.
Oh, yeah.
It's sad.
And it sucks because he would have been a Talk Tua fan.
For sure.
100%.
He looked like he was getting that Hawk Tua.
Yeah. Mouth open, catches some flies. Don't bring him out.
Don't get cameras around him.
Don't get cameras around. The guy's 100 years old. I'm of the mindset that anything over 90, all jokes are off. Like, you can joke about anything because you've lived an incredible life. But still, don't bring him out.
Yeah, we didn't need to see that. Flyover. Who falls asleep during a flyover?
Well, I think they had to do a flyover because that's the only direction you can look.
It's so hard. It's so hard to.
They couldn't have done like a marching band. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Can you imagine falling asleep and you've got jets just breaking the sound barrier over your face?
Well, he's never awake.
That's true. Hank, is Christian still in Germany?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
We don't. Okay, so
I
he's
think
back.
it was back. It was back and forth.
I would like to see him at this game because he might not be alive. Actually, we haven't seen him.
I'd like to see him as well.
Same.
Okay, wrapping up. We got a few more games. Packers at Rams. I think this is the Packers look like one of the best teams in the NFL game. unfortunately.
The Rams still very, very injured. Their defense
Very injured.
not very good. Jordan Love should be better this week.
Yeah, and I don't know what the Rams just they need some guys back.
I think
They
this
need
is
to
a
get some
major.
guys back.
It's a teacher pupil game, right?
Yeah,
And I feel like sometimes the pupil has to go out there and he's prepared for a kitchen sink. He knows what's in McVay's sink.
Yep.
He's seen that sink.
He's reloaded it.
He's cleaned that sink out. His job working under McVay was probably do the dishes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bitch. I like the Packers in this game too.
Yeah. Rams. Yeah. Let me look up the Rams injury report. It's probably just still a mess, an absolute mess. Because Cooper Kupp, although Cooper Kupp, they said that he's getting closer. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. They just keep losing guys. They have a couple guys who open up their 21 practice day window. By the way, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Remember TJ Hawkinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, his practice window opened.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. So the Vikings.
So the Vikings are going to be even better.
They're going to get better.
Yeah.
The Packers do have an issue. They got a kicker problem.
Big time.
They've got a kicker problem. So around the league, kickers have made a higher field goal percentage on kicks over 50 yards. That's 75%. It's a higher percentage than Braden Narvison. Braden Narvison has made on all of his kicks.
Okay.
He's at 69.2. He hasn't tried one from beyond 50 yards, and he's the only kicker to miss a field goal from inside 40 yards this season.
Yeah.
So they got a kicking issue.
They got a kicking issue.
I don't think it's going to matter this week, but they do have a kicking issue. Put a pin in that one.
Put a big pin in it. All right, Giants at Seahawks. I want to take the Giants so bad, but if Malik Neighbors doesn't play, I don't know how they move the ball.
What's the point of watching a Giants game if you're a Giants fan if Malik Neighbors isn't out there?
Zero.
Is there? I don't
point.
think that there's a point to it.
0 point. There is 0 point. The Seahawks, like this should be, they played a crazy Monday night game, a lot of snaps, all this shit. You should want to take the Giants, but if you watch this game and Malik Neighbors isn't on the field, what are they going to do?
Yeah, and the Seahawks have been pretty good against everybody except for that game against Detroit.
Yeah,
where
their
Jared just
defense
went perfect.
is hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel Jones, fun stat for him on deep passes. I'm talking like 20-plus yards downfield.
Okay. I like what you're talking
He's thrown 13 passes this year. How many of them do you think he's completed?
13 deep passes, over 20 yards. 10.
2.
Damn.
He's completed 2 passes.
So close.
Over 20 yards.
So close.
And he's got 1 pick on those 2. So 16.5 passer rating when he's going downfield.
Damn, I was right there.
You were right there. You
I
were
was
pretty close
right
to it.
there. I was only 8 off. And when the whole total was 13.
Daboll's looking good, though. Again, every time I talk about the Giants, I have to mention how good Brian Daboll looks.
He looks good.
Real good.
He's getting too skinny. All right, last game, Cowboys at Steelers. Great color matchup. Love when these two teams just feels like football. Feel like we might get a double renegade on a Sunday night against the Cowboys. Cowboys are hurt. Mm-hmm. Micah Parsons not going to play, right?
I don't think he's going to play.
DeMarcus Lawrence not going to play, right?
I don't think he's going to play, but again, we're taping this early Thursday, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Now, Big Cat, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
This is earlier posed, I think, by Chris Canty. Do you think the Cowboys should start tanking?
For what?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what the date is currently? Do you know how many games of football we've played? Do you know what their record is? It feels like it might be early to start the tanking conversation.
The only team that I could say confidently that should tank as of right now is the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
I think that's the only team I would say you should tank because you're going to need you're going to, like, if you get the first pick and you have your roster, like, oh, you put in Shedeur Sanders or Carson Beck or someone who you want to draft, because Tua, you can't say that he's going to go through a whole season. So that'd be the only team.
Maybe
Panthers. After this week we add some more Panthers, but Panthers, Andy Dalton's like trying.
But the perfect thing for the Panthers is losing games where you score like 30 points.
Yeah. All right, so Panthers and Dolphins, and then we should update the tank list as we go along. Because like if the Jaguars lose again, they should start tanking.
Yeah, here's why I don't want the Cowboys to tank, because if they start tanking, that means that the Cowboys won't make the playoffs and lose in the first round again.
Right.
We need to see that. Like, Chris Canty, what are you putting out there into the universe? If anything, we should hope that the Cowboys, all their momentum changes entirely.
Yeah.
I want to see them get their hopes up a little bit. You see Jerry landing the helicopter at practice?
So funny.
That was awesome.
So
Jerry
funny.
Jones flew into Cowboys practice on the helicopter and landed it right next to the door to go inside the office. Like he had the helicopter fly to the corner real close to the building when it landed, just so that Jerry could get out and walk right into the facility.
Yeah.
That's a fucking awesome move.
Did you also see Micah Parsons' quote where it's basically, is it star NFL player getting injured for the first time or like 27-year-olds getting their first violent hangover? He said he was humbled by his ankle injury. I figured myself invincible for a while.
Yeah.
That's, hey, we know, man.
I'm human just like
Everyone's been there. Literally everyone's been there.
Yeah, he hadn't missed a game of football in his entire career, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
It is crazy. So, yeah, he probably won't play. And I think Trayvon Diggs and Zeke were limited in practice, and I think DeMarcus Lawrence won't play either. So, I like the Steelers. I think they'll run the ball.
They've got a couple guys missing on defense, though.
Yeah, but I just think they got humbled a little bit by the Colts. Everyone was throwing accolades at their defense, and now they're going to get Mike Tomlin, double renegade, Sunday night, terrible towels, Justin Fields, narrative goes. I like it.
Yeah, Justin Fields, I actually do think that he might be the starter. I think that Tomlin's, he's talking about all the words that he's had with his players behind the scenes that he won't share.
Yeah.
I think one of those things in the hot dog is he's told Justin Fields he's a starter.
Well, it's also I think Russ's agent is just part of his contract was that Adam Schefter has to tweet every single week an update about Russell Wilson to make everyone talk.
What's the update on
it? Was that he's what was it? Let me find it because it's essentially the same tweet every single week that makes me think someone's making him do that because we don't need updates on Russell Wilson. I promise you.
Not even from the Ultimate Insider?
We don't care about Russell Wilson updates. Justin Fields is better than Russell Wilson. We don't need it. Steelers are prepared. This is from October 1st. Steelers are preparing for Justin Fields to start versus the Cowboys as Russell Wilson ups his activity. Don't care, dude.
He's getting more active.
We knew Justin Fields was playing in this game.
I want to see Russell on the sideline though, thinking he might play.
Yeah. So DeMarcus Lawrence is on the injured reserve, so he's definitely out.
4 weeks.
But yeah. I don't know why they keep telling us. Like it's going to be week 16. The Steelers are going to have they're going to be an 11-win team, and Adam Schefter's going to tweet update on Russell Wilson. He feels like he's almost ready to come back, but Justin Fields will start again.
Justin Fields right now has momentum with the offense, so they're waiting for Russell to be 110% on his return.
Better not come back and take this job.
I think Tomlin has made Justin Fields the secret starting quarterback.
I agree
of
with
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I agree with you. Okay. Let's before we do fantasy Lad-bois, because we got a game in England, let's do some picks. DraftKings, everyone has a shot to score big with DraftKings touchdown parlay profit boost. This week, all customers can get up to 100% profit boost on any NFL touchdown parlay. The more touchdown bets you add to your bet slip, the bigger the boost and the bigger you're winning. I hit mine last week. Did anyone else on our touchdown parlay?
I was not in it.
You three again.
I did not.
Three again. Max, did you not hit one last week?
No, I stink. I've yet to hit one.
Okay, so Hank, PFT, and myself. Reminder: you can bet it on DraftKings. We'll have our parlay, our touchdown parlay. If we hit it once, did we hit it the first week?
I don't think we did. I think
we got to hit 1.
3.
We got to hit 1, boys.
The odds are nice and juicy though. So if you hit 1,
yeah, that's all we got to do is got to hit 1. Happen. Okay, you know what? I'll start us off with a winner, Derrick Henry. I know it's minus 170, but that's the foundation we build off of.
Mm-hmm. Let's get a win. Let's get one win. See one go through. I'm going to go with James Conner.
James Conner
against the Niners. You don't like that, Hank?
No, I thought you were going to take my pick.
Oh,
Hank.
A different James.
Hank, we're going to win this week.
Guess based off of that.
James Winston.
Cook.
Correct.
James Cook. Okay.
Minus
like that.
105, he is playing the Texans.
James Conner, James Cook, Derrick Henry. We're keeping it on the ground this week.
Running backs are back.
Ode to the running backs. That's going to be plus 520. Let's win this one.
Yep.
Should we change one out so that we can get those odds up?
I do have an idea.
Get one through the hoop.
I have an idea. I got an idea.
Get one through the hoop.
What are the odds on DK?
No. Get one through the hoop.
Get one through the hoop. DK's going to score.
Get one through the hoop.
How upset would you be if you changed it? And
Yes. But now that he said DK,
I'm going to be upset if DK scores and then James Conner doesn't. Because
no, it would be Derrick Henry that we take out.
Let's see what DK is real quick.
It would be Derrick Henry that we take out to bump it up. Fuck. No, we can't. We got to get one through the hoop.
If we hit this, we're
plus. Wait, would you trade it out with James Conner?
I think
we could do that
I think I would.
because that way we have one in the late games.
I mean, DK's only plus 120.
And what's Connor?
He's a plus 100, so it probably wouldn't change. But if you want to do it, PFT, just say it.
No, let's stick with running back. Stay on the
It
ground.
would be your. If you want to do it,
Ground boys.
it would be It
Ground
wouldn't
and pound.
change. Ground and pound. Ground and pound. Ground and pound. Let's play some fucking man football. All right, let's do our picks. What is the updated records memes? And who's going first? Double question.
PFT 4-4, Big Cat 4-4, Hank 3-5, me 3-5, Max 2-5-1.
Nice.
Hank leads us off.
I was hoping that you were starting with PFT and I 4-4 at like the middle.
No,
We're the leaders.
Listen, 4-4 is good.
it's just 2 picks.
We're the leaders.
Hank's up first.
Henry.
I am going to pick. Ooh, it has changed in the 20 minutes since we looked. Fuck.
Come on, Hank.
Bears -4.
Love it.
It was minus 3.5.
Yeah, it went up
30 minutes ago.
I had that
it.
too.
Love it. Love it.
Go Packers -3.
Okay. Maxi.
I will go Jags -2.5.
Fuck.
Ooh,
That was gonna be mine.
Maxi.
All right.
Max.
Cowboys Steelers over 44.
Cowboys Steelers over 44. Okay, I'm going to go with the Packers Rams over 48.5. Sorry. Oh, and I have another one. It's a tough week, boys. It's a really tough week. I'll actually take that one off, Max. You want it? I'll take the Ravens Bengals over 49. And I'll take the Ravens -2.5. I'll double up on the game. I'm going to double up on the game. Throw your nuts on the table, double up on the game.
I don't have anything that I love.
It's a tough week.
Nothing that I love
It's
this
a
year.
tough week of football.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a little weird with it.
Yeah, get weird with it.
I like this number. It's a good number to bet on.
Yes.
Plus 7.5 is a solid number,
Love
right?
that.
Because then
Yep.
you're like a touchdown is if you
You're
lose by
always
a
in
touchdown,
it.
it's a
If they
fucking
come
win.
out and score a quick touchdown, you're still good.
We're down by 14 points in the fourth quarter. Guess what? Just get downfield, score a touchdown, we could win. Cardinals plus 7.5 at the 49ers.
I like that. I'm gonna take the Rams Packers over 48.5.
Okay.
Sunday Night Football under 44.
What was your
All right.
over-under?
It was the Ravens-Bengals game. I doubled up.
All right, I'm going to go just for personal fun viewing experience on Sunday. Bills-Texans over 47.5.
That's a good
Love
one.
that.
Good one to root for points in.
You can buy it. You can bet all these bets on DraftKings. Thank you to DraftKings, our wonderful presenting sponsor, Sportsbook. Okay. Should we do some Fantasy Lad-bois for our first game in London?
Oh, yeah.
Fantasy Lad-bois brought to you by Body Armor. This segment is brought to you by Body Armor Sports Water, the alkaline water that provides real hydration with electrolytes for taste. Everybody's always drinking around the office a sports drink, the zero sugar, and even the Flash IV after a long weekend. We can't get enough Body Armor, the sport water. In my opinion, it's the best water on the market. Head on over to your local 7-Eleven and get your Body Armor sport water today. And Ray.
Hey, oi.
And Ray.
Oi.
Oi. Oi.
What up, Rivs?
I wanna stand
With you on a mountain, I wanna bathe with you in the sea.
I wanna lay like this forever until the tides fall down on me.
Oi.
Be always.
My name's Chapwick McScringleberry.
Hi,
Miss
Chapwick.
Stringleberry.
My start on this week is Killer Whales.
What's all that about then?
Killer Whales.
They're not bad at all. They're my start.
What are they doing?
Jalen Brown says the Celtics study killer whales and their hunting habits, and that's their offensive identity.
Okay, that's fucking aura.
Wow. They're gonna
More like
offensive
more like
identity.
orca.
That's
What
orca.
if the basketball gets stuck in the blowhole?
Then they'll fucking kill the weak teammate and keep the ball moving.
No, they'd fucking die, you idiot.
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 It's free will, isn't it?
Idiot. Oh, my sit-em this week is all Titans.
All Titans.
They're fucking useless. This is the Fantasy Lad-boys, and there's been no good tight ends this year. It's a fucking struggle to get any points from the Toities.
You say Titans or Titans?
Tight ends.
Titans.
Bullocks.
You hear the one about P. Diddy?
What's that?
He went into jail as a tight end, came out a wide receiver.
Oh, that's very funny. It's amusing indeed.
And my sleeper this week is Arsenal. They lost to PSG again. Their season's asleep. They suck.
Rubbish.
The Gunners.
Arsenal's rubbish.
Ortega out.
Ortega out. Saka.
We've got soccer. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
No, it's
Oh, money.
no, it's we've got. What? It was
Jimmy.
Salah. We got Salah. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, money. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
You are my Salah girl.
The other one was fuck. What was it? It was.
You will never.
Luis Suarez.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
He scores a goal that makes the cup go wild. I just can't get enough. He bites a guy and then everyone calls him a cannibal. I just can't get enough.
Chomp.
I just can't get enough. Ow. He scores the goals and the crowd, and I just can't get enough of Suarez.
Why don't Americans sing it all when they watch their football on TV?
I fucking love it. A nice pint with the boys and sing some tunes.
Give the chance going, innit?
Real guys being dudes.
Credit to the University of Michigan. They sing Mr. Brightside. I believe they invented that.
Yeah, they did.
Song.
They did.
That's their song.
They did.
Oi.
I'm
Prince Harry. Former Prince Harry. Excommunicated Prince Harry. My starter this week is Harry Kane. On account of there will be a game played in Hotspur Stadium this weekend. Breece Hall struggles to score from 1 yard out. Harry would never have that problem.
Tap-in merchant.
That's Harry's specialty.
Harry.
I'm sitting my brother, Andrew Dalton, looks exactly like me, Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, don't call him the Red Rifle.
I will call him Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew, don't call him Prince Andrew.
That's a good name for it. Why? He's about to get exposed this weekend in very unflattering fashion indeed against the Bears.
He doesn't sweat.
He doesn't sweat.
He couldn't have been him in that picture. He doesn't sweat.
Just like Prince Andrew, I think Andy Dalton will have a very hard time scoring above 18 this weekend.
Yes.
How about that against the Bears?
Lizzie's in a box. What was that one?
Lizzie's in a box. That's my mom. That's my mom.
Lizzie's in. Wait, now Harry, Prince
Lizzie's
Harry.
in a box.
Yes,
in a box. Lizzie's in a box.
Andy Dalton can't sweat, but he's going to have sweat all over him on Sunday.
Why is that?
Montez.
Oh, Montez sweat. That's very good. That's
Chip.
That's very entertaining.
Cheerio.
My sleeper's Bigfoot. Absolute unit. You see, he's back.
He's back.
There was a video of Bigfoot this week from Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Just chilling up against a tree, laying about, sniffing some daisies. And it looks very real. I believe Bigfoot might be actually... He looks kind of like my pops, actually. He looks a little bit like Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Just covered in hair. Might be alive, might not be alive. Bigfoot's back. It's real.
Yeah, Bigfoot is real.
We found him. He's a ginger, just like me, Prince Harry.
My storm is Aaron Rodgers. Hello, guys. My name is Henry Henry.
Hey, Henry.
Henry. My storm
is Henry the Second.
Henry the Second. My storm is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to go out there and show everyone who's the real king of England on Sunday. Is the game on Sunday?
The game's on Sunday.
The game is on Sunday. It's going to be a great game. But Aaron Rodgers, he's going to go out there and he's going to show everyone that his knee's fine and the cadence isn't an issue.
It's going to be just fine. No rain in England.
Yeah,
scheduled
no
for
rain
this weekend. First time in 400 years.
My situm is Tim Waltz. That guy's fucking weird. When they asked him if he went to China, he couldn't answer.
He takes a lot of notes, innit?
What the fuck was that? You been to China? I never been to China.
I think that...
Ask me if I've been to China.
Have you been to China?
No.
Henry the Henry.
Have you been to China?
No comment.
Shit.
Were you at the Tiananmen
I dug a
Square?
deep hole once.
Were you at the Tiananmen Square massacre?
No comment.
Okay.
It's a bit early to start the tanking conversation.
Yeah,
we just got done
come
talking
on now,
about
Henry. Henry. And my sleeper is Jimmy Carter. He's sleeping. He's always sleeping. Guy that won't fucking wake up.
He's having a good dream.
He's having a nice fucking dream out there. Just dreaming about God knows what. Hammers and nails. Peanuts and hammers and nails. That was great.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun doing that.
That was the best one.
I had a lot of
That
fun
was-
doing that.
that
I had
was
a
really good.
fucking lot of fun doing
the
that.
amount of times that me and Muse are laughing in the back, we're just gonna cut the music every time that you guys sing your own song.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, and then it goes back because you would always go "Oi," and then it goes back to the music.
At one point, I was doing such a heavy British accent. I think I just spat all over myself and all over the mic.
That was a lot of fun.
Gave it that hawk to a.
Memes is on fire.
Memes is on fire.
Your defense is terrified.
Seriously, what would it take to get some good song chants going in American football?
We just can't do it. We can't do it.
I think we're all too drunk, which is kind of like up yours.
We're
like.
drunker than them.
We're drunker than them.
No chance.
You're not allowed to drink in the stands at EPL games.
But they get fucking. A lot of the chanting happens on the way to the game when they're just hammered.
yeah,
We do some songs.
like what? Renegade.
Renegade. Fly Eagles Fly.
Oh, the Bengals.
yeah.
The Bengals do
Bear
a song
down.
too. They have a song. It's kind of like their version of Renegade. I think they do Wayward Son in between the third and fourth.
Oh, that
quarter.
rocks.
Hail to the commander. Do they do that?
Our words, hail, victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we score a touchdown.
Yeah. What? See.
Yeah, we do songs. They just don't. They're just not as
Goes the
fun.
best song ever.
Yeah, I know, but like it's more like the made up songs that you like put your best player in. Mm-hmm. Those are the songs. Go Cubs, go!
I guess we do that for boomers.
Yeah, we do. But I just, I don't know. We need more songs. All right, let's kick it to an elite quarterback, our good friend Joe Flacco.
Before we get to Joe Flacco, he's brought to you by our great friends over at Coors Light. There's no sports experience quite like the rivalries between college football teams. And now on Saturdays, you can get even closer to the action with Coors Light and with DraftKings. Coors Light teamed up with DraftKings for the free-to-play college football pick'em pools, where you pick winners for a chance to win big, but when the rivalries heat up, you can choose chill, then reach for an ice-cold Coors Light. When you're looking to keep it chill, there's only one beer to choose. That's Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold, so you know when your mountain cold refreshment is ready for you. When things heat up, it's a good time to choose chill, then crack open a Coors Light. I love Coors Light. The best way, in my opinion, to enjoy football season, especially college football, outdoors, drinking beer outdoors while you're watching the game. You don't have to be at the game, but something about a nice patio, nice rooftop, ice cold Coors Light in October. The weather hits about exactly 61 degrees, and you're drinking beer outdoors. It's sunny. You're watching college football. That is as close as you get to heaven on earth. Saturdays got hotter, but you can choose chill with Coors Light and DraftKings. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. 21 and over, eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See terms at DraftKings.com/Coors Light Pick'em. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Joe Flacco is also brought to you by our great friends over at Uber Eats. I actually just got a deal sent to me on Uber Eats. I was on Uber the other day and said, hey, do you want to save 40% using Uber Eats on your meal? I said, yes, I do. I clicked right on that, smashed it. You can get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. If you're ordering wings for the game, if you're whipping up a 7-layer dip, or you're ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food no matter what you're craving. From 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, the official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now for game day. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. And now here he is, Joe Elite Flacco.
Okay, we now welcome on our good friend, recurring guest. It is Colts quarterback Joe Flacco, Elite. We're getting this. So this is a carpool interview.
That's right.
You're waiting to pick up your kids.
Picking up the 6th grader from middle school.
And you're doing an interview. I think it's our first carpool interview.
It might be. The first time we had you on, what were you? I think you might have been in like your brother's living room or something.
Yeah, you were in an
I
office.
forget,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I was probably at home or somewhere.
Yeah.
Not too formal, but
So off a big win against the Steelers. I got a couple questions about that game and then a few other ones. But the first one is you get Anthony Richardson goes down. You get in the game. Was there a part of you like, oh, it's the Steelers? Like, I know what I'm doing. I can beat these guys. Like, this is old school Joe Flacco.
oh man, I think you try to talk yourself into that. But there's always that piece of you when you have to get in as a backup that's, a little bit more nervous than you normally are to have to go out there and do it. When you go out there in a normal game, you go out there and you either receive the kickoff or you're getting it in a couple minutes. You go out there, you get your first play over with. But this is a little bit different. It definitely took me a little bit of time to settle in.
Yeah.
Did you have to get warmed up? Like, how long does that take your body to get warmed up? Because for me,
Yeah,
when I
think
wake up in the morning, it's like 2 hours.
I think the shot of adrenaline that you get is kind of unexplainable. Yeah, I was on the sideline. I didn't do any warm up throws. Just went out there, and your body gets put into that mode pretty quickly when you get hit with that little jolt of energy.
Yeah, and like Big Cat said, going up against the Steelers, you've done that before. Was Big Ben in the building? Was he there?
Big Ben was in the building. You know, I was at my locker, and Sam, our other quarterback, mentioned that he saw Big Ben in Pat's box. I'm getting poured on right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But,
No, we're good.
all right, good. He mentioned that Big Ben was in his box, so we come out of the tunnel right where his box was, and I look over and I see him over there. So I actually went up and said what's up. Now, I don't know Ben that well, but I think when you've played against somebody that much, you just have like a little bit of a natural connection. So it was really cool to see him. I think it probably did bring me back to 10 years ago when we were playing those guys. It made it a little bit more familiar, I think, for whatever reason.
Yeah, and you also a cool part of your win on Sunday is you got $100,000. So in your contract, it's if you play 50% snaps or more in a win.
There you go.
Yeah. So was there?
You know what? My wife actually just asked me about that with a smile on her face. Did you happen to hit any incentives? And I'm like, listen, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't have a copy of it, and I can't remember what we actually agreed to. So there you go. I appreciate you telling me.
Yeah, so I guess that answers my question that you weren't, because I mean $100,000 is not chump change. If you're sitting there on the sideline, it's the end of the game. You're like, all right, we got to win this game because I've done the snaps. Get me that $100,000.
That's right, man. Hey, listen, $100,000 is $100,000.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, like growing up, go make $100,000. That's a big deal. So anytime you get something like that, you can't take that for granted.
Is that weird that we know more about how much you get paid than you know?
I don't think so. I think that's kind of just the nature of the beast when you get to like professional sports. It's a focus for the athlete, like while you're doing it and while you're doing that negotiation. But it's really never about that. You're just trying to make sure that you get the most that you can while you can, because you understand that you kind of have to do that.
Yeah.
But then once you like, we're really all doing this because it's the best job in the world and we love to do it. I think there's, like I said, during negotiations and a couple other times, there's probably times where that comes into play. But once it's done, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind, and you just go play.
Yeah.
It was very, very cool to watch you out there. I know you're too nice of a guy. You won't say it, so we'll say it. Big Cat, the Browns are morons.
Yeah, the Browns are morons. I didn't know this till yesterday or something. So the Browns didn't even offer you a contract in the offseason?
You got to keep Flacco in the building.
Well, listen, guys, it's a business, you know. You never know what to expect, you know. And listen, I said it last year when I was playing. I mean, I was in a really good headspace and just was able to be super grateful for that experience. Cleveland gave me so much. The fact that they were the team that was willing to bring me in last year, you know, I don't have any ill feelings towards them. I mean, I'll forever be grateful, to be honest with you, because I without them signing me, I mean, I'm not here this year.
Right.
You can go back to New York in the same way. Like, I would not say I had a very enjoyable experience while I was in New York, but they were willing to sign me after I got surgery that fused my neck, and they kept signing me. I was there for 3 years. Without them, I mean, you have to look at it this way if you're me. Without them giving me those opportunities, even if they didn't amount to anything, they amounted to me ultimately being in the league that much longer and ended up getting a chance like I did last year. And now I'm here this year because of that same thing. So, listen, I think there's probably a time where you want to let those negative thoughts creep into your head and get mad at everybody in the world. But I think I've been through that. I think when I was younger, I probably had a little bit more of that in me, but I've tried to let those things go. Listen, Cleveland was unbelievable. The people there, everything about it was unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, you're a really nice guy. I would say you don't know what to expect. I would expect the team that I took to the playoffs to want to re-sign me. So we'll say that part for you. We got you. We got your back.
So
we got
so
your
this
back.
offseason, I don't know how it worked for you. I assume that you talked to a couple different teams, not just the Colts. Would that be fair?
You know what? My agent thought that there'd be a couple different teams interested, Cleveland being one of them. But the nature of it was that when it came down to it, there really wasn't. And to be honest with you, I kind of had the same mindset as I did last year. If I didn't have an opportunity that I felt really good about, I was at the point where I was willing to sit at home and do the same thing I did last year. But you never know if that's going to happen. If it wasn't for the Colts being that one team, I don't know, maybe a couple other teams I would have said yes to as well. But just the being able to get back into an offensive room with Shane Steichen, just the little bit of time that I was with him in Philly, I just felt like he was really good at what he did, and he was going to put the quarterback and the offense and the team in a good situation. So I felt like this was one of those teams that I didn't have to wait around and sign with, that I felt comfortable going to. And if I did on the off chance have to go in there and play, it'd be a good situation for me. So
yeah,
cool.
So have you thought about how long you can play for? Because I want you to be like 45. We need Joe Flacco in the league. We can't lose you. I don't care if it's backup on every team, but having you in the league makes the league more fun.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but I appreciate it.
Well, it's something about your spiral. Yeah,
it's a really nice spiral. You almost hit the roof last week. It was awesome.
I'm having a lot of fun. My family's having a lot of fun with it. Listen, I want to play as long as I possibly can. At some point, my kids are like, I don't care about missing a few things here or there right now with my kids. And to be honest with you, there's no real better schedule than being a professional football player. I mean, you're with your kids way more than anybody that works a normal job gets to be with them. But there's going to come a point, if I'm fortunate enough to still be playing when they get ready to play some high school football, I'm probably going to want to be around to see them play some high school football. So, I mean, at 45, they'd be in high school. I'd love to say I'd still be playing at that point, but the situation might have to be exactly right. You never know.
I want it to keep happening though. I want Big Ben to be like, getting wheeled in on a rascal scooter,
dude,
watching you beat him.
Ben was thinking I was a little crazy when I went up and said hi to him. You could see it in his eyes. Like, what are you still doing? And I was talking to Pat yesterday, and I said, listen, I think that that was his initial thought. But when I got in there and all of a sudden I started to play, it had to bring back a few memories.
For sure.
I'd be willing to bet that he had a few feelings inside, like, okay, let me throw some pads on and get out there,
Yes.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if Ben just showed up to the Steelers facility on Monday morning. He was like, I'm ready to give it another shot.
Key card still works.
Let's go.
Wait, so
right.
you mentioned age. You had a great line after the game that you're 8 days older than Anthony Richardson's mom. So when did you find that out? Did he bring that up first? Because that is kind of like crazy to be in a locker room with a guy that could be your son.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's the point I'm at. We probably talked about it at some point, and then we were both at our lockers, which are right next to each other one day, and he asked me, "Hey, when's your birthday?" I said, I didn't know what he was getting at. I said January, and he said, "January what?" I said 16th. He said, and then that's when he told me my mom's January 8th. And he was like 1985, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. and man, like I think that's just incredible. So obviously I go around and I tell everybody I possibly can.
Wait, I didn't realize you were.
Yeah, he's almost birthday
your
week.
birthday. Yeah, your birthday month. We're January 85 as well. We could be in the NFL still.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah, my son could be Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, why did we hang up our cleats?
There you go.
I still feel good.
Yeah, I could get out there. This shoulder's got a few,
right.
Wait,
few reps in
so
it.
are you going to do what we're doing? Because our big 4-0's coming up. Are you going to get in the best shape of your life? That's what our plan is.
You guys sound like guys that haven't been, like, you're going to be signing up for a triathlon all of a sudden because you haven't had competition in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So you got to do all this crazy shit that nobody ever actually wants to do.
Yeah.
No, I hope I'm never at that point. That
Okay.
is not me. I'm cool with just going and working out with my trainer and, feeling like I'm doing a good job and staying in shape. Dude, if you don't keep up with it, like, by the time you hit 40, it's hard to get out of that little rut that you're in. So listen, good luck. I think you're going to have to in my experience, I think you're going to have to stick with it for like a good solid month, and then you'll feel really good about yourself, and it'll be easy from that point on.
I like how you're like, hey, yeah, you guys got to stick with it. You're in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Thanks, Joe.
Our mindset
it.
is, though, like whatever shape you're in when you turn 40, that's the shape that you're in for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's probably not, if you've made it to 40 and you're in pretty decent shape, you look around. I mean, a lot of your friends that are in, like, when you hit 30 years old, it's just gone to hell, So if you've made it to 40, then I would say that you have pretty good discipline, and you're probably going to do a pretty good job.
I hope so. I hope you're right. So, Joe, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there are a lot of Colts fans with Joe Flacco jerseys. They went out there and bought them right when you signed with the team. We did a giveaway because we're season ticket holders, and we gave away 2 tickets to fans that had Flacco jerseys, and we got like 6 or 7 submissions, that's kind of crazy. They must have just gone out and bought that like right when you signed.
Yeah, listen, that's cool. I mean, I don't think those things are just readily available, so you have to kind of special order them, I'm sure. Listen, my son's one of them. At least one of my kids are one of those purchases. Every freaking place I go to, it's like I get off the phone, and 1 minute later we have to have like all of the gear in the world from that team. So I'd like to think that there's more than just family members that bought some, but it might just be all family members.
Yeah. So how do you like playing with the Colts? Are you familiar with any of the historical things or fascinating things, unique things about that franchise or the fan base?
Well, listen, I may be. I mean, look, I came from Baltimore. I mean, the Colts started in Baltimore. So when you play with the Ravens, I mean, they do a good job of honoring the Baltimore Colts legends. And there are a lot of those guys that were still around the building. I mean, Lenny Moore was in the building every week, so I think just naturally from being there, it's kind of a unique situation. You do get a little bit of that history, and it's kind of weird that I've kind of come full circle with this thing. I've said it to somebody before, but I've played in Baltimore, who came from Cleveland, just played in Cleveland, and now I'm playing in Indy, who came from Baltimore. So it's kind of like that little. I've completed the little triangle there of all the Baltimore. Of all those little teams.
Yeah, Joe Flacco triangle.
That is fascinating, but I was speaking more specifically about the This Is Our Colts theme song that gets put out every week. Have you had a chance to listen to that?
No.
You got
to.
No. That'll pump you the fuck up, Joe.
Here, I'll find it.
Track that down. And then you also have to learn about, you might have a word with Mr. Irsay about this, because every week he decides whether or not the roof is going to be open or closed. You were drafted in that division at the beginning because you had the arm that could play outdoors. Tell Jim, hey, man, leave the roof open. This arm's got a few reps in it.
Yeah, you're still pretty much indoors. We can open up the roof and still feel pretty good about where we're at.
All right, I'm going to find this for you because this guy, Seth, he does a great job.
Oh,
and he'll be pumped. He'll be pumped that you listen to it. All right, here it is. This was the theme song for the Steelers game.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Steelers. Let's steal another victory. This is our team. Go Colts.
And then he neighs at the end. Pretty awesome, right? Seth's got some good flow.
I love it. He makes a new one every week.
Yeah, every single week.
Game specific. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we going to get more Flacco this week?
Oh, he might have to work Flacco in it.
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see.
Okay, that's a good answer. That was a smart way to answer that. You don't know. We're gonna go to the training staff. We're gonna figure this out. All those. Can you throw it farther than Anthony Richardson?
I don't think so.
Shit. But we were saying like it's the perfect when Anthony Richardson gets hurt, which we don't want him to get hurt, but you come in, it's not like, oh, now we can't take deep shots. We got Flacco.
Yeah, we want to take those shots down the field. We have to. I think we got the guys to do it too, man. We got some guys that can run. So
yeah. When you went into the game and then came back out of the game, did you think, okay, I'm done for the day? Like, nice day at work, clocked in, clocked out?
At that point, I was probably on a little bit more high alert because you're not really quite sure how he's feeling. Obviously, I saw him run off the field and it seemed like he was doing pretty well, but you never know when something like that happens.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, from the very beginning, you're on high alert as a backup because it's a little bit of a different situation. So yeah, no, I was still kind of. I think I might. I don't know if I unbuckled my chin strap. I don't remember really, but
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet that I didn't even do that.
So you're a perfect person to ask this. We were thinking about this on Sunday night when we were watching the Ravens versus the Bills. The Ravens, when they go all black uniforms on Sunday night or Monday night, if you were a video game, we said it would be like +5 in strength. Did you feel that for the team that like all the hits were just a little bit harder when you were in the all blacks at night?
Yeah, for sure. There was something about it, man, when you showed up, when you had the black jersey in your locker, and it was a big game, you're like, it gave you that little extra, like, nudge, like that little bit extra confidence, like, oh, yeah, like, we're supposed to win this one. We're definitely winning. Like, everything's on our side. So there's something about it, man. But that place just in general, like Baltimore, during a night game, I mean, they do an unbelievable job of, really bringing some energy in that stadium. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a game there, but it's got to be one of the best places to play in the league.
Yeah, I do like it when it's night. You're wearing the all blacks. You got all the fans wearing the Baltimore Ravens camo cargo shorts. Stavi's like leading the team onto the field.
That's right. I forget where I was this year, and I actually saw some of those camo pants, and I don't know why, but oh man, that brings back some stuff right there.
Yeah. They're the best pants in sports. I'll go and say it. They are the best pants in football.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Joe, I had one last question for you. This has been awesome. We love having you on. Rowback question, rhoback.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase, Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, rowback.com, promo code TAKE. So we saw you out in Tahoe. I want to ask about your golf game. Also, your hands are massive. I don't know if you knew that. But when I shook your hand, I was like, what the fuck? I just didn't have a hand.
It's so funny. People just assume I think I have I there's no good. I'm not gonna explain my hands. I was about to, and I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna come.
They're just massive.
Yeah, just hold them up, Joe. Yeah, hold them up to the camera. Let's see that hand. That's a nice hand.
Yeah.
I actually didn't measure at the combine. I don't think I measured like off the charts in hand. I think I had an average size hand, but yeah, my golf game, that's not good. I don't play enough. I don't play enough. I played terribly out there, but it was a lot of fun. It was a cool experience for sure.
Yeah, it's actually good. I think we shook your hand before we shook Albert Pujols' hand out there, and that's good for you because Albert Pujols has the biggest, strongest hands and the crazy.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to break my hand.
Yeah, baseball players in general. I mean, they're up there. They're swinging a bat for almost like who knows how many days a year. But like obviously they play a million games. Their forearm and like wrist and hand strength is probably insane.
Yeah, rice bucket. But yeah, I just was like, oh my god, like you almost broke my hand, and you weren't doing anything like abnormal. You just got massive hands.
Just being Flacco.
Yeah, just being Flacco. All right, well, Joe. Thank you. Play forever, please.
Yeah, please.
We just want to. We want to because as long as you play, because you're like 2 weeks older than us.
There you go. You can keep the dream alive.
Yeah, we can keep being like, you know what? Like we're still out there. Representation matters. 85 January birthdays. That's important.
There we go.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. Have a good one.
Joe Flacco was brought to you by Paramount Plus. Listen up, AWL's football season is officially back. Paramount Plus is once again your home to stream the NFL on CBS all season long. That's right, you can stream your live local CBS game on Paramount Plus every week all the way through the AFC Championship. Your Paramount Plus subscription also unlocks an all-access pass to 24/7 NFL content all week long. Get up-to-the-minute news and updates on CBS Sports HQ. Can make sure your fantasy team that no one else cares about is ready for victory with Fantasy Football Today and so much more. I like cruising over to CBS Sports HQ, smashing that app, and then I open it up. Boom, there's Pete Prisco yelling at me about watching the film. It's great. Real football guys and gals know that you only have a certain amount of football games left in your life. You don't want to miss any of the action. So sign in to Paramount Plus today. Stream the NFL on CBS all season long, at home or on the go. Paramount Plus plans start at just $250 a month for 12 months. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, let's wrap up. We've got Fyre Fest of the week. Henry, my guy.
What's up?
Oh, Hank.
Up? Yes.
Something popped in my head the other night. We were talking a lot about dunking.
Yep.
And your plan and everything. And it just hit me. And I was like, oh, man, we've been talking so much about dunking. We haven't said the two most famous words in this show's history in a while.
Cat bet.
No.
Let's
Marlins
go.
man.
No.
Let's rip.
Vanny Woodhead.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
How's that going?
It's going.
What do you mean going?
It's definitely not
Conversations are
going.
being had. No, it's not. It's not currently going, but there's things are in the works.
I got a good
Okay.
mechanic if you want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know.
Vanny Woodhead.
What was the last conversations that were had, to use your own phrase?
I talked internally with our salespeople about how we can package it to make money so that we can get it fixed.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot of progress.
Just waiting for some loop backs.
Loopbacks. We got to get some loopbacks going on. Per my last email.
Yeah. Parking lot, Vanny Woodhead.
We should up the ante on Vanny and see if Vanny is actually worth getting back on the road. And the only way we can do it is we find a mechanic and we have to bring Vanny to the mechanic by towing it with the El Camino.
That's challenge level impossible.
Double whammy.
Probably not going to happen. But Vanny, I feel like that's a no-brainer, right? We'll be able to do interviews in Vanny. Just assume the money's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That's not really how it works, but if you
Okay.
have-
Well, explain to us how it works, business guy.
well,
Max is just tickled pink back there.
it's going to cost a lot of money to fix. So if we spend that money and then don't make it back,
Have you reached out to Exhibit yet?
It takes money to make money.
correct.
Try hitting up Exhibit. Do a Pimp My Ride. Run it back.
Yeah.
Probably could. I can't imagine he's that expensive.
Yeah.
No. We should, you know what? We should guilt one of our friends that along the way that we've said that owes us for their contract. Like Jared Goff,
I had
Josh
an idea,
Allen,
like
Blake
we've
Griffin,
been working with
maybe.
some weed companies. I was like, what if we just turn it into a dope den?
Oh,
okay, I like
dope
that.
den. Okay,
Build a bong out of the tailpipe.
yeah.
But then
Fill it with
driving.
water. Make it a gravity bong.
Huge gravity bong.
Okay, so you've really. It sounds like there's progress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How much progress doesn't matter. but,
doesn't matter.
Progress is progress.
There
How
has
much
been-
time do you have on that again?
Spring.
Yep.
Spring,
Okay.
summer. He
It'll
said.
happen.
Spring, summer.
Yeah, but as far as the actual spring in your legs goes for dunking, now is the time where steroids come into play, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do steroids. We'll see.
Pussy.
Yeah, you've changed.
Pussy.
It's just hard to get.
Someone's got to be able to get it.
When I did them the first time, it was just given to me.
Yeah, we'll get him.
Billy Football got him,
No.
No,
Light switch
Lou got him.
but Billy,
The Winnie.
Billy would be the plug. Yeah.
Billy's got you.
Billy the plug.
Yeah. All right, your Fyre Fest.
My Fyre Fest is that I'm a hoarder, and I've come to grips with it.
Welcome.
I've
You're in the right place.
we talked about it when we were cleaning the studio, and I've been thinking about it, doing it for a while, and I finally started the process. I have been doing it of nuking all my clothes and just starting fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best feeling.
But in that process, I'm like, take all of these clothes, off the hangers, put them in a place, go through them one by one, like the what is it, Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it give you joy?
But there's things I haven't worn since I've moved to Chicago, and I'm still like,
Yeah.
You never know.
and then I'm
T-shirts
not
are the
getting rid of
hardest.
anything, yeah, everything's the hardest.
But
And it's like,
T-shirts like, oh, they're sentimental.
I have like
oh.
some nicer clothes. We don't really dress nice, but I'm like, oh, what if the one occasion that I need this, which will never happen.
Never happen.
And the only way for me to like actually change, get a fresh style would be because otherwise I'm just gonna wear the same shit, which I've been doing. So I'm just trying to get rid of everything, but I've realized
Why don't you just one day you say,
hard.
okay,
Listen.
I'm going to do it. Every single T-shirt gone.
that's what I've been doing. I took everything, I put it on a pile in my room, and have been going through them one by one, and that's where I've realized like I'm making no progress there because I'm like keeping all the stuff even though
Yeah.
I haven't worn it.
You just got to spread it out. Did I ever tell you guys when we lived in New York, in my old apartment in Brooklyn, I had a closet that was taller than me in terms of how much shit I had in it.
Yeah,
When I
just
went to
piles.
move, it was probably 8 feet tall, this closet, just full of shit. And now that I have a house, the good news is I just have piles in secret places that like are, like there's a little garage pile, there's a little this basement pile. You keep them spread out, and it's harder to pin me down as a hourder.
Yeah, I have an extra bedroom that's turned into a closet.
So you're good.
They're like, what's in here? It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
just one giant pile.
It's also it's funny sometimes when you're going through your old T-shirts and you see a shirt that you made that's like specifically for 2016. Back in, it's like Coach O riding a tiger, riding Mike the Tiger, and you're like, what do I do with this? And then you think about donating it, and you're like, oh shit, what if somebody sees this like PFT football guy shirt where I'm kicking a field goal in the XFL? Like somebody sees that in a Goodwill, and then they're like, man, PFT on hard times, everyone's giving away his T-shirts.
You see them everywhere. I have that happen here where there's just like producers and behind the scenes guys will just be walking around with old sweatshirts and shirts that I have because I gave away like my whole pile in New York and it's just traveled here. So like the other day there was just a guy walking around with a Wisconsin Taz sweatshirt. It's like, that's mine.
Is there somebody that you can...
someone's wearing that Danny Ricardo shirt. That had the same shirt. I was like, where did you order that shirt? He's like, no, it's in the pile.
Yeah, right. Or a hat. And I'm like, yeah, that's my hat. I didn't know you were in the dead. They're like, no, I just took this from your pile.
And someone, that was actually another moment of realization because someone came up to me and was like, hey, can I have this sweatshirt? And I was like, no, I want it. And then I was like, wait, I haven't seen that sweatshirt in a year. Like, just take it.
Yeah, right.
But my initial reaction was like, no, I want that. Even though it's been here, I didn't know it was here. I haven't thought about it. I didn't try and find it.
But it's a beautiful thing to dress other men. I'm just dressing other men.
Have you
just
thought
walking
about
around?
just hiring somebody to come to your apartment and just take the clothes? Just be like, you don't need this.
Oh,
Hank.
you want us to stage a robber? We'll stage a robbery.
That's probably
you want us
what
to come
I
and rob
need to
you?
just walk in. Yeah, it needs to all be gone because
you can't do it yourself.
Just give us your key,
No, yeah,
and we'll come rob you. And you can just be like, oh, well, then you can maybe get insurance fraud.
Like that. What about hoarding spiders? Is that a problem for you too?
Nope, just battling.
Okay. The battle goes. PFT.
My Fyre Fest was on Tuesday morning.
True.
I talked about it on the show, but my car got towed. It's at the mechanic, and I told Hank, I have a very deep fear that I still haven't called my mechanic to get a follow up on what's wrong with it. Because my deepest fear is that he's going to be like, yeah, there was no gas in it.
Oh, man, would you be the biggest asshole of all
But
time?
I don't think that's what happened. So the gas gauge is broken on there, but I filled it up with like $40 worth of gas. And then I drove it, I want to say 4 times back and forth to the office, and that's it. So that would mean that the mileage would have to be about like 2.5 miles per gallon.
Could be.
To work out.
Could be.
And it's not unrealistic to think that the mileage on that thing is that bad. But yeah, I'm just basically too much of a coward to call my mechanic and find out what's wrong because I'm afraid he's going to make me feel dumb.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yep.
You'd be the biggest asshole ever.
I don't think that's what it was, but that's the fear that's preventing me from checking.
Yeah, I think you just never. I think you need to have.
I think he just owns that car now.
I think you just need to have someone else reach out to your mechanic and be like, "Hey, I'll call him," and I'll just be like,
Maybe
"Hey, if it's no gas, let's just not say it."
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
do we stage a robbery there and to fill up the gas tank?
Like break in and put gas in my car?
Yeah, and then if he's like it was empty, you're like, no, it's not. Go
It's
check.
not. Check it again.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Double check.
Yeah.
You're a bad mechanic.
Triple check.
I don't think that's what the problem was, but there's like a 10% chance that I feel like a big asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. All right, my Fyre Fest. I've alluded to it, but I'm starting to get really anxious about what I'm going to be for Halloween. I know you guys probably don't deal with this, but I need to nail my Halloween costume, and my kids keep changing every single day what they want to be, and I can't base it off of them. I have to base it off them, and they keep changing. So what the fuck do I do?
You don't want to be Batman?
They're not into Batman. The options right now are 2 days ago it was Spider-Man, so then I was gonna be like, all right, I'll be Doc Ock or Iron Man.
Did you do Doc Ock though?
Yeah, I have a Doc Ock costume. Yesterday was a fireman, so I just have to do that again.
Easy.
This morning it was Super Mario, which I would love to be Bowser, but
Or Wario. You could be a good
I
Wario.
could be a good Wario. But if I buy Wario and then like a day before he's like, hey, we're going to be cops and robbers or we're going to be firemen, like what do I do? I just think I have to buy like 6 costumes.
I got a good one for the whole family.
Well, isn't your youngest son young enough where you can just give him a costume?
Yeah, he'll just be a fucking pumpkin.
So you can
or
match
something.
with him no matter what.
Nah, you gotta do the kids that are like the 5 and 3 year old are aware of Halloween. They're excited about Halloween. I gotta build it up for them.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So do you keep getting all of these?
No, I have
costumes?
not. But I'm getting anxious because they haven't given me the answer to what they want to be for Halloween changes every like 24 hours.
Why don't you just be like,
Give him a
okay,
deadline.
what do you want to be? We're getting it right now, and this is what you're.
They're
gonna
gonna change it again. My daughter also
Even
said
if you already-
she wanted me to be poop.
Just,
That's good.
Like legitimate, just poop
Yeah.
Goes the poop
You could be a
emoji. They
good
probably
Winnie
have
the
poop
Pooh.
emoji
Yeah.
costumes.
for sure.
So I might just do that.
What about this? NBA photo day was earlier this week. What if you went as LeBron, and then you had your son go as Bronny,
Yeah.
and then one of the other kids dresses up as JJ, in like
Yeah.
a suit, and then the other one's a basketball.
I like that.
I think that could work.
I like that. Did you see that JJ, there's a DJ at the Lakers practice? It's already happening to our good friend JJ Redick,
Yeah, I
Will
did see
Compton's
that.
best friend, Max's mortal enemy. They asked, what's the deal with the DJ? He said, that's LeBron's call. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't know who's paying for it, but we have a DJ at practice.
Apparently, they had a big wine summit before the season started, where he was going to lay out what the rules were going to be over a bottle of wine with LeBron, and then LeBron was going to communicate those to the rest of the team so they don't have to waste practice time going over the rules. So in this game of wine
This is going to be
telephone,
an insane
I feel like
season.
LeBron is just going to give his rules to the team. But JJ can be like, I told LeBron what my rules were.
Yeah. He feels like
He's getting forced to play Bronny.
He's getting forced. I mean, he's probably going to
gonna
get
be
forced to play
tough.
Bron. He's getting forced to have a DJ at the practice. I mean, JJ was, he came up with Coach K. There's no way he wants a DJ at practice, but that's happening.
It'd be funny if you made them wear Duke uniforms in practice.
And then took him away.
Took it so that they can take away the letter D. You
I
can't
just
do
hope
this.
LeBron's nice to our friend JJ. That'd be nice.
I think it'd be good for basketball if they were good.
He's got a good track record.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to figure out what I'm going to be for Halloween. I'll let you guys know. I don't know. Maybe you guys might have to just.
Maybe just paint your nails. Get a Caleb Williams jersey.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be cool.
I thought Hank was being nice. I
feel
thought
like
he
a
was
lot of
saying
people
good
are-
things about the
I'm
guys.
looking at him. I'm trying to decide whether I need to go on attack mode or be like, good suggestion.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. I had to visually figure it out.
He goes Eberflus. Get a
What?
sick haircut.
Just put my head in a toilet.
Just
and
get
be
a sick
I don't know
haircut,
what
yeah.
I'm doing." All right. Good show, boys. Let's do numbers. Memes is back. Memes. I didn't say that it would be funny if number 3 was called when you weren't here.
You didn't?
I did. It would have been funny. It would have been funny if we had number 3.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
I'm going to go with 5.
Shane and Pug here. Shane, see, there's another one. Shane, where'd you get that sweatshirt?
Where'd you get that sweatshirt?
Where'd you get that sweatshirt?
Depop.
Oh, I thought maybe it was a pile.
Nope.
I got Shane a Chargers sweatshirt from they only sell it at the SoFi Stadium, so I hit up my Chargers Connect. Shane came to my office, and the way he thanked me, it was like I saved his life. He was just like, "Thank you so much." It's like a nice moment between us, but it was just like, it's a sweatshirt.
Is it sick?
It is sick. It's a sick sweatshirt.
I'm just appreciative.
I know, but it was like,
do that.
yeah. No, well, I mean, I did because I love you, but like it was just like I was like,
Borderline
what?
tears.
It was borderline tears. He was getting choked up thanking me.
Shane, how many people did you? He texted me about a connected SoFi. I was like, I don't have a connected SoFi. I was like, what do you need this for? He's like, there's a sweatshirt there. I can only get it there. And I was like, all right, man.
I guess it was more that you were so appreciative, and all it took me to do was just send one simple text. So it was like, yeah, like it's not a big deal. Like I'll do anything for my boys. But yeah, it was a touching moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was inconvenient for you.
It was not inconvenient at all. That was my point. All I said was, hey, my producers who you met wants this sweatshirt. Could you send us one? And they're like, yeah, no problem.
Oh, well, I'm still thankful.
Yeah.
Now he's going to text you all the time. You shouldn't
and
have
guess
said
what?
how easy it was.
I'll get it. I'll get more. I'll get more from my boys. All right. Numbers.
3.
11.
26.
99 pods. 21.
26.
16.
41. 41.
Love you guys.